initiative because we are live!
Jonathan forgot to handle his business.
Well, don't say it like that.
It was a 10.
He didn't do his
Thank you
business.
for announcing to everybody that I didn't pee before the stream.
I didn't say that. You said that.
Secrets divulged.
All right, I rolled a 3, but I gave myself fortune and I got a 19.
Oh.
Oh,
Well.
I guess you can do that.
All right,
He used one of his hero points.
that's right. I haven't spent a single hero point this entire darn time. Maybe it's
They
'cause
reset every session.
God.
maybe it's because I'm not a hero. Gasp. Welcome everyone to this week's episode of Windfall. I'm in a rocky chair today, so this is going to happen a lot. We are so hyped for one reason. The Juice King is back!
Hi guys. I'm back.
We got the Juice King back, and possibly people will not be dying today because of that reason, or maybe not, because I can unnerve some monsters. First and
Sorry if I missed
foremost,
another session. I got out a new career.
yeah, we talked about that last week before the stream. We're like,
Yeah.
what if you come back and it's like it's not a TPK because you're not here. It's just now Kai is the party leader and you have a bunch of new PCs to recruit.
I would immediately show up with the same character sheet, but just named
I
Terry.
would make you play Terry. It's like, you've been training him. Here you go. First and foremost, thank you so much, Californians, for the use of our theme song. I love it so much. Thank you for making that for us. It's really fun. What is so damn funny?
I said, does that mean I get to play Hannah and then
was like-
he was like,
No.
sorry.
Brooks has to play Cass like he already is.
All right. So, yeah, we are going to go ahead and do a little recap unless anyone had anything else to talk about. We are off next week, question mark? No, 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks.
So we're going to be here next week and maybe finish up this arc. Maybe not. Maybe leave it on a really nasty cliffhanger.
Ooh.
We're off
Funeral.
Halloween weekend, the 29th. We will not. We shall not be playing Windfall on that day.
The 29th.
So enjoy that weekend without us, if that's possible.
It's not.
If there's nothing else,
We will
I'll
be
play games with Lee so he doesn't feel lonely.
this week. We're trick next
Make
week.
sure to
we're
use the
treat.
exes for good instead of evil.
I try, man.
use
I
the
try.
exes for good. So evil. On our last episode of Windfall, Hands of Crime. I'm just gonna do the exclamation point last session to remind myself of what happened real quick.
Remind me.
Oh, yeah. So the party is currently in Rosa, the city of spells, on the continent of Goldrun, in the sort of country of Sadris. Sadris is a collection of free cities, of which Rosa is one of the major ones. It's a dangerous and power-driven city ran by magic guilds. Ernie, after getting entry into the city through Thrain of the Midnight Vigilant. What's up?
Music down.
Music. Oh, the music is. Yeah, the music is. Because I have it about 10% too high. Thank you. How's that?
And then you whisper in your ear.
Is that better? I put the music in the wrong place. Why is my life this way?
Chat,
Alright.
we need your feedback.
We need your feedback. We are professional streamers. Yes. After getting access to the Hall of the Midnight Vigilant and getting their blessing to go throughout the city, the party, Ernie, informed the party of his mission to rescue a dwarf named Holly, who is a spy and archaeologist in the employ of the Queen Karen Remus of Whitehearth. Upon hearing this news, Kai immediately left with no explanation. Just walked out and said, I have to take care of something. The party then discussed how to retrieve this item, which was supposedly in the possession or being sought out by Holly, a phylactery. Not that Wesley knows what that is, but a powerful magical artifact, very dangerous. Still kind of loud, can't hear voices well. Let's turn the music way down then. Alright. Alright. So what we're going to do is, maybe in the VOD, we'll just cut in the beginning. We have the music balanced out a little bit. Is this better? Do we sound normal?
And can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
And my axe.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
Damn it. Yes, good. Okay.
I'm getting nervous.
This is where we normally have it. Good. Thank you always for your feedback. And behold, we have fast forwarded. There was a very abrupt time skip right there. I know we just said roll for initiative, and now
Behold.
we're here.
But we're actually alive now.
But we're actually live.
So glad to have you.
So glad to be here. So, excuse me. The party then began to go around the city of Vrosa. They were buying magical things and investigating the Hands of Kroon, a group of chronomancers, these wizards that studied time magic, who apparently had dealings with the mercenary company known as the Main Wolves. The Main Wolves were working with this unnamed cult of the Eternal One. After some investigation, they found some Main Wolves and some Hands of Kroon, and after an incident with a loot goblin, managed to get some loot and follow them back to the Many-Banded Halls, their guild hall. After some incidents with a curse and some impersonations,
I don't remember that.
have
the
no
party managed
recollection.
to infiltrate, almost stealthily, the Many-Banded Halls and gain access to the interior. They had a severed hand of the wizard that they used as a sort of key, and then a great clock in front of them, which they had to move around. After messing with the clock, the floor opened up beneath them and dropped them abruptly into prison, where they landed with these prismatic doors in front of them, an automaton of a prison warden in stasis, and as Ernie recognizes, the maned wolf himself, the dwarf mercenary leader named Yaren, directly across. That is where we begin today.
Not urine, but yarn.
Not
Yaren.
urine.
Yarn?
Yarn. Thank you, everybody.
That's all.
Disrespect me! Disrespect me and my campaign!
I was just respecting you, but with comedy.
So, the prison walls, the doors in front of you hum with this sort of prismatic energy, this cascade of multi-chromatic energy swirls in this semi-translucent sort of aura in front of you. If you even approach it, you feel the hairs on your arm raise up. You feel this warmth and this sting of magic energy. You know it's going to be dangerous even to get close, especially after interacting with the dome that was on top of the outside of the halls themselves. The floor is cold, metallic. Everything here seems to be polished to a sort of unnatural chrome. You've never seen steel so smooth. The walls themselves are bare, with no blemishes or holes or handholds, no windows to speak of. The only light seems to be coming from these doors themselves, cascading out, and some very dim sconces along the hallway that are just almost smoldered out. The automaton, this sort of brass and bronze, very tall, like 9 foot tall, clockwork creature. You can see gears in there slowly turning, clinking, clanking, resetting as it sits there. Like a toy, on its back, you can see a wind-up, the twisty wind-up key, and it's slowly winding up. Across the hall, Ernie, Cordelia, you see the bundle of like leathers and furs look up. You see these deep, sallow eyes, but shining with this fierce cunning behind them, like an animal who's discovered something, shining up at you. Careful. You don't want to wake the warden. As you recognize the maned wolf. He sort of pulls back into the corner, like even farther away from the sort of prismatic door. Don't make too much noise, or he'll open the door. And, well, let's just say it's better to be in than out. You can see this, like, crooked, toothy smile behind the beard that's all messed and scraggly. And then he kind of reverts back under his makeshift blankets.
Are we all able to hear him talking?
You can hear this. He's talking in a whisper that's loud enough for you to hear, like a stage whisper, basically. But you can see even he adjusts the volume of his voice. That first part where he said careful, you see him take it down a little bit. You see he's...
But I could hear his words.
You can hear his words and you can understand his words, yes. I think everyone is privy to this.
Did he seem to take any specific note of me when he looked across, or?
No,
Okay.
he did not. He just looked at you and Cordelia, the only ones he can see. And again, it's through this sort of like semi-translucent like energy shield, so it's like not a perfect picture, but enough to make out, enough details to know who it is.
If I look back up, like, is like a trapdoor been sealed above
Sealed
me?
completely. It's about 10 feet tall, the ceiling. Smooth, seamless. It seems like whatever dropped you down the shaft, it resealed. Magically or mechanically, you're not sure at this point.
We need more hands. I'd like to examine, I guess, the cell I'm in, paying attention to the shield.
Okay.
Does this energy shield seem the same as the one that was on the fence outside?
Roll Arcana for me, please.
28.
A 28. Okay. Let me pull up my prison notes here. 28. Where's my prison? Oh. It does not look like it's as powerful as the ones that was protecting the outside. It seems like maybe they assume that it would need to protect the outside of the halls more. It reminds you most, if you spend a little bit of while like studying it. What's your spell list? Divine. You cannot recognize the exact spell because it's not something that you're familiar with and able to cast, but you know it's some sort of arcane spell. And it definitely has some sort of like prismatic, so multi-energy thing to it. And it seems to be magical, but as you examine it, there is a plate glass door within the energy field. There's an actual physical door. It's not just an energy field.
I would also like to get up and walk and analyze mine as well.
Okay.
I'm scoping out both the door, but I'm also kind of looking through it to see, like, to what extent Yarn has retreated in his, and scoping out his appearance. How healthy does he look? How long does it look like he's been here?
Okay, that's gonna take a little while to investigate all that. Which one do you want to look at first, Yarn or the door? I'm gonna give you one, then we'll get to everybody else.
I'm more interested in Yarn.
Okay. Let's roll perception with a pretty difficult DC, but
19.
19. He's sallow right now. You can see he's pulled back underneath like what was maybe his cloak at one time. He's clearly been beaten. He has scars underneath. He has these like lines underneath his eyes, these big dark circles like I got right here. He's got some hair that's falling out. He's got you don't know if that's just because he's a bloodthirsty mercenary or because he's been in prison for a long time. But it's clear that he's not had a great time. He probably hasn't eaten very much or slept very much in general.
I'm gonna try and cast Detect Magic and see if I'm able to cast magic in this cell.
Your spells seem to work.
Okay.
You want to give me the Detect Magic? What do you get on the first?
I think we just know those.
I think
We go
it
to
starts with
school.
presence, then school, then you locate the strongest magic within the radius.
Yeah. Yeah, so you receive no information behind the presence or absence of magic. It's definitely present, and as you let it out, yeah, it's magical. And then as you heighten this and you dip down into it, you can tell that the effect that it is protecting the door. It's like someone cast a sort of shield spell on the door itself. So the doors themselves are enchanted with the spell. The spell is not the door. And it will seem to shoot energy at whoever tries to approach the door. So if you even attempt to lockpick it, escape, break the glass or whatever, then it's going to go back against you.
I would have liked to have been doing similar investigations to the door, essentially trying to see if I feel like this is something I could successfully dispel.
Okay, roll Arcana for me.
30.
Ooh.
Rolled really well on that one.
What's your spell list? Occult?
It's a cult.
Alright, with a 30, you recognize this spell. It is a powerful spell, more powerful than you can cast. But you recognize it through maybe your studies or you've just heard about it, called Prismatic Armor. So it's armored up the door. Normally, this is only able to be cast on a creature, and you've heard of spell knights that cast this and go into battle like shining like a rainbow, but they have altered the spell and enchanted this spell onto this door.
And the door is the source of it. It's not like it's powered by something else.
It's like the wizards here probably enchanted the door, so there's some sort of source of energy that's enchanted this door. You know that it will do damage to anyone that tries to mess with it. And if you're unlucky, it will leave you blind.
Close your eyes.
Yeah, that's not.
I will go ahead and attempt to use message. Hopefully message will pass through.
Okay.
And let Wesley know, because I think he's the only person I can see other than Yaren right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll let Wesley know that, so that I would suggest not trying to mess with the door.
Okay. And then he'd you see him fish his crowbar out of his pack. Looks at the door and then spins and goes to the corner of the room and tries to jam it into the corner so you plates are missing there.
The corners are immaculate. They are smooth. There's nothing in there that you can get any kind of real movement on. You can see from your observation, those of you that can see him, Yaren is armed fully. Even despite being in prison, he has a long sort of curved dagger and a small side crossbow. You can see some pouches and straps and stuff to him. It seems that maybe they dropped him here and thought he was too dangerous to mess with. Maybe they've been torturing with magic without getting adjacent to him. We're not sure, but somehow he's fully armed and ready. In fact, it is probably your assumption from this that maybe once they captured him, they just thought it safest to leave him in the cell and hit him with magic from afar. But he seems genuinely scared. Whenever Wesley starts moving and he hears the scraping and stuff, he starts shaking his head. And he starts pointing towards Wesley's. Tell your friend to stop scraping. You're gonna wake it up. Please, please, please.
Is the cell that we can see out of only the door, or is there bars?
There's no bars. It
It's
is
just that door.
It is literally just this door. As you can see at this
Everything
plastic.
else is chrome.
That's it.
Home.
Future. Yeah.
Yeah, so opposite you would be Ernie.
Yeah. So
And then she's opposite of me.
Yeah, hearing him say that, I will message Wesley again
Okay.
and just say, you may want to try to keep it down. He seems worried about the jailer hearing things. I mean, I could attempt to dispel the door, but it's a far stronger spell than I can cast, that's for sure.
It's the jailer. Maybe he has the key. Trick him into letting one of us out.
Oh, you mean make enough noise to lure him over? I don't know, that sounds really dangerous, Wesley.
my intention's going to turn out to the door after I've kind of scoped out Yarn and see this play out a little bit.
Okay.
What am I able to discern?
Can you roll thievery for me, please?
Sure.
I know you're not interfacing with the door yet, to my understanding, right? You're just scouting it.
I'm just looking at it right now.
Right.
Yeah, when I did it at the end of last session, I didn't find anything.
19. Am I using an item? Because it'd be 20 if I'm using my
You're gonna
lockpicks.
get
But
I'll let you get your item bonus even because they're like using a magnifying glass
Sure.
that's attached to it.
I've got those too.
Yeah. So as you scout it out, I'm gonna say the DC to see the mechanism is not that high, even though, but like it's not the same as interacting with it. There is you see a small sort of like platinum hand with a door hole, like a keyhole in it, in the center of the glass. Small, like it's smaller than your hand, really. And it has these sort of like little platinum veins coming out of each finger, and it's in the center of the glass. You think that maybe that actually has a physical mechanism that can be unlocked. It's not just a magical door. They can be physically unlocked as well.
using my kind of expert opinion here, if I'm holding my lockpick in one hand and my glass cutter in the other, do I think I'm going to get in more trouble picking a lock or cutting the hole and removing the entire section?
It would be much harder to cut the glass.
Okay.
Let me strike that. It would be much easier. Well, you don't know. It's glass, so.
I mean, I have I have a glass cutter, a tool for cutting glass.
Yeah, it would be easier to cut the glass. It would take longer and draw more attention.
Hold on. It is like a thieves' tool to break glass silently, or to cut glass, like like in the movies.
Yeah, like a
Yeah. It says
let's say
thievery check against the perception DC of nearby creatures to go unnoticed.
Then it would be that, since you have a glass cutter.
Okay.
As you start considering it,
But the ward is still in the...
this is too emotional. This is not creepy enough.
Oh, we get big creepy.
Yeah, we need a little bit more creepy. As you're considering it and you're like messing with your tools, the sound of heavy within softened footsteps. Someone's moving cautiously, expertly. The only reason you hear it all is because of your trained ears and the fact that it's dead silent.
In here?
In here. Yarn turns his eyes wide and he looks down the hall and he pulls back into his corner. There's a quick distortion of the light. Kai, you turn around the corner, coming down from where you were, and you see these 6 prismatic doors, these multi-chromatic energies surrounding these glass doors. And you see these prison cells, each of them containing one of your friends, and also in the middle one here, this ragged-looking dwarf with a vicious look in his eyes, which he hides as he pulls back.
Okay. So I mean, you guys can tell that it's Kai, A, because he's tall, but B, because you've seen his mask before, but he's wearing a cloak and masked up like he probably doesn't actually want to be recognized here.
The second I recognize it as you, I point down the hall.
And you see that clockwork automaton there. That's like, it's like this head down, arms crossed, and you hear these quiet mechanisms whirring.
And then I point at the dwarf, and I'm like,
And you see the dwarf turn his head, and he starts staring intently at Ernie.
Oh, he's finally noticed you.
Not him, though.
Yeah, Ernie and Brooks would be the first ones you see.
What the hell are y'all doing here? Check, you hear that? Sorry, I want you to be able to hear. So I don't
we have
want-
stage
Stage
whisper.
whispers.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing?
What the hell are y'all doing here?
I pick up the hand that fell into my cell from above.
Kai pulls out a hand as well, and it's just like,
We have more hands. It's happening.
why are you on that side if you have the hand?
Because Ernie wanted to go too fast, okay? I almost figured it out.
I start.
You approach the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna get closer to the door.
Okay. I'm gonna let you know right now, unless you have some sort of dispel magic, you take the spell.
Okay, am I able to? Is Ernie able to recognize that this is enchanted when I was looking at the door? I'm an expert in Arcana.
It is glowing.
Yeah.
Like
I think it's enchanted.
yeah, like I've described this 3 times. It's fucking got a prismatic wall.
So
in front of
honestly,
it.
it's glass with a rainbow on it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I kind of figured it was
I
like
thought it was just got
glass
bubbles.
and then like a shell of like magical force.
I don't know how more clearly I can say this is enchanted.
what's so the outside of these cell doors? Is there any kind of like interface, visible locking mechanisms?
Smooth walls, glass doors.
Wizards don't need an interface.
Yeah. One could hope.
I pull out a mirror and I hold it up over my face. I don't know if this will do anything.
Okay, I'm looking down the hallway. I don't want to get closer if I don't have to.
Okay.
Is there anything beside that I can see? Is there anything besides that automaton in this room?
There's a thick set of double doors behind you. I say, blocking the camera with my hairy arm. That there's a thick set of double doors behind you. There's where you came from, but as you look back to where you came from the sort of elevator,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If for lack of a better word.
Yep.
When you look back,
It left.
it's gone.
Okay.
There's just a solid wall there now.
Specifically down the hallway, though.
There's the platform. There's like a sort of like staging dock that's got like, like whenever you see like a car or something on that's being built, it's like there's pipes, there's mechanisms, there's a base, there's little stage things, there's little robot arms that are like pinching. It's like where it stacks in and builds up.
Interesting. So it's being like maintained on that platform.
It's like its little house. It's like
Yeah.
its little house. Yeah.
It's charging now.
Yeah. Someone want to be cool and roll 2d12 for me? Anyone?
I'll do it.
Okay, go for it.
So is there like a set number of charges this has?
Do I add them together?
Yes, please.
It's 21.
21.
Yikes.
I couldn't
Okay.
see because this one's so glowy.
It's cool. It's cool.
Does that mean we have 21 minutes to discuss our plans?
Nope, that's not.
It means it's got 21 fists to shove up. I mean,
You're not far off. We'll get to that in a second. We'll see what
I'm
that
guessing
number means.
it's the winding.
so I'm going to, as quietly as possible, approach the cell that contains Yaren. In that case,
In Orcish, he says, "Hello, brother. I don't know who you are, but I know how to disable the Guardian. If you get me out of here, I can get you out safely. I don't know how you haven't woken it up yet, but trust me, I know what we need to escape."
in Orcish back. Well, I'm here for you anyway. So, tell me how to disable that thing, and tell me what you know, so I can get you out of here.
He sort of smiles and he says, "I'm sorry. Did I kill someone you loved?"
You'd better not have.
He sort of smiles and then like recomposes himself, realizing that you're his sign for salvation here. "The thing's made of clockwork. The hands of Kroon are obsessed with it. It has a key in the back. You need a master with manipulation. I can shut it down. It only has up to 24 hours of active time. I'm not sure how much it has, but if we manipulate it, we can wind it down and make it inactive.
Makes sense.
It's been charging for a while. If I had to guess, I'd say we've got 21 hours. We've got 21 hours to disable.
Why did I roll so well, babe?
This could have been a lot easier for y'all.
Should let me.
All right.
2-1.
Do you know anything about how to bring these down?
Sadly, it requires a hand of magic that I don't have.
That in mind, I'm fairly certain I could bring it down, but it wouldn't be quiet.
I don't care how powerful you are, friend. That thing in there is the best the hands of Kroon have to offer.
Oh, that I didn't say I could bring that down. I
No,
meant the
he's
glass.
saying that if you break the glass, like if that thing wakes up.
Mhm.
I take pride in my skill as a warrior. But even I am not gonna fuck with that thing. Besides their guild master, I think this might be the biggest threat this guild possesses.
This is your DM speaking. Do not fight it.
This is not a fight that you win.
I know if it
Unless-
wakes up, I'm leaving. Y'all are fucked. All right. I'm gonna turn towards the heavy oaken doors. Is there a lock on those?
These right here,
Yeah.
they are open.
Wide open. Interesting.
No, they're not open. Like you can open them. They're not. They're not.
They're not
locked.
sealed.
All right. I'm gonna
Not
take a.
sealed.
I gotcha. They're not
I
locked.
gotta stop here. There's the heavy oaken doors.
I need. Can I see the? Are the hinges visible here?
The hinges are visible.
Yeah.
They're like nice, solid steel hinges.
Are they
Don't
rusted
check
at
them.
all?
No, everything is like really polished here. Like,
Okay.
The fact that these doors were
yeah,
very surprised.
they take their metal very seriously.
I'm gonna
They stand
take
it
a.
through.
I'm gonna take a. Like. I'm gonna start. The push. I'm gonna start pushing against them to see if it's gonna make any noise.
Smoothly opens. No traps. No nothing. I love that these doors actually open.
You found it.
All right, this next chamber that
Cast
you.
physical knock.
Yeah. As you open up this chamber, it's sort of this open space that looks like it had been cleaned out very recently.
Mhm.
You can see like almost like dirt marks, like dust has settled where some boxes were moved. Right now, there's nothing really in there. Maybe it was one time like a antechamber or something of some sort. But there is another hallway. And this hallway right here, all it has is one gigantic mirror. There's just one big mirror. But when you look in the mirror, it's showing you all the way back to here. Just one big mirror, like 9 feet tall, and it just reflects back the entire
Okay,
thing.
yeah. When you first said that, I was the first thing I was like, is this not a normal mirror? But it's doing normal mirror things.
Yeah. I don't know why I phrase it like that.
Anything on that?
Look at it.
Anything? Did you say anything on that table? I know you said the room was cleaned out, so I'm just seeing is there anything left on or in that desk right there? This thing.
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's been cleaned out.
Okay, the room is completely
Yeah.
empty. Sans that
Yeah,
desk
that's
and
the
the big
reason I don't
mirror.
have any like good stuff on there. Like I didn't want to put dungeon dressing and stuff because like it's empty. Like there's nothing really interesting in this
Okay,
area.
is anything missing from the mirror?
No, the mirror has these smooth, kind of inornate edges, and it's just a mirror, like that looks like a mirror. I mean, you can investigate it if you want to.
I am, yeah. I'm trying to figure out if something is like, why is there a mirror here? Yeah,
Why is there a mirror?
that's a. It's a weird thing to do. Yeah, I don't know what's up with it. I don't. It's the weirdest thing in the room. Trying to figure out why it's there. Honestly, I'm just trying to find a way to get them out of that.
So, what would you like to do to investigate the mirror? You want to just roll perception, or you have Arcana? You're a magus.
I
so-
do, yeah.
Is it a magic?
I'm gonna start with perception because the first inkling that I had was like, is there something different in the image in the mirror than reality?
Okay. So when you look in it, it starts to do sort of the mirror gag where you're looking and like you're just like, you get a really like sort of heart-wrenching kind of moment, like your heart beats skips a beat. Because for a moment, you kind of see your father in the mirror. You see your mask but distorted. The lines, the shape of it has changed. It's more weathered. The orc you see is broader of shoulder, slouched a bit more, but because of the weight of the strength that he has gained. The hair is longer, more haggard, but then you recognize the details, and it's just an older version of Kai. You see a battle-worn, battle-scarred war chief of Kai, this absolute terror of the seas, this more menacing hunter, and it stares back at you, and then it takes off the mask, and you see your own eyes looking back at you, but those eyes have sort of an intelligence and a sharpness of their own, and it steps to the side, and it holds out its arms. As it holds out its arms, it's still reflecting, but it now no longer reflects this hallway. It reflects a new hallway, and you just see endless mirrors running down.
Kai starts to reach forward as if to like touch the mirror. and then like is glancing down and sees the runes kind of carved around the edge of the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try to investigate those now.
Okay, go ahead.
Roll Arcana, I assume.
Let's go Arcana here.
Okay. 25.
25. Let me pull up and see if that makes it. Okay. You've not experienced one of these before, but you recognize illusion magic when you see it. You understand two things. That this mirror has a sort of semi-sentience and an energy that's possibly malicious, maybe, trap-like, but you also understand at the same time that this is another route out of here.
Yeah.
Besides the elevator.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's essentially. I have the impression that when it gestured, I could have just walked into that mirror. I could.
Yeah,
I think I could
as you look at the runes, you look back. Like as soon as you lost that focus and stopped trying to notice the differences, it immediately is just a regular mirror again.
Interesting. Okay.
But like you test yourself, and if you try and concentrate and try and notice the differences, this time you see young Kai looking at you. Young Hikialani Holokai, just like in his youthful form. Even the height is different. You can see the same clothes that you wore in your youth.
Mm-hmm.
And he does the same thing. He just reaches open and gestures. And then if you avert your gaze, it resets.
Weird house mirror. And you said when it does that too, it's a hall, and it's like the cell doors essentially have all just been replaced.
Here's
with
what
mirrors.
it looks like when you look into it with when it changes.
Mm-hmm.
There's the mirror room, and there's a plain sort of the size of this.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what is that, 30 foot square? No, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. It's like 100-foot square room with just another mirror, self-reflecting 1,000 times, all the way down. In the cell, Yarn points. You've not stopped staring at me since you dropped down here. Did I kill someone you loved?
Yeah.
Sorry. Maybe if we work together to get out of this cell, you could try and get yourself a little revenge. But I suggest we take care of. And he points. First, or else you'll never live to have the satisfaction. Trust me. It's a lot worse than I am, and I'm plenty bad.
Oh, I'm aware.
What are the rest of us doing in this time? Wesley, Brooks, Cordelia.
I'm kind of wavering on whether or not to use Dispel Magic, and then seeing Kai walk over, she's just kind of waiting to see what happens, vaguely assuming that maybe he'll be able to piece something together.
Yeah, you guys can't see the room of the mirrors and all that. You can only see the edge of this hallway right here.
But I mean, when he walked over to talk to Yarn.
Of course.
She has started to pace, though, in front of the door. And her hair's kind of twitching in that same sort of anxious, nervous energy.
Mm-hmm.
As she's kind of reaching up to reassure herself that Imris is still there.
Kai, have you been out of my eyesight for more than 5 minutes?
I think so. I was messing with that mirror for a little bit.
That's about as long as Ernie waits for things.
Okay.
I was going to say, and if you're starting to do something, start to do it. Kai is walking back towards actually Cordelia's cell, and I am going to try to identify the spell that's cast.
I need you to roll a stealth check as you move into this room
That
again.
makes perfect sense. My stealth is not that high.
I was gonna say, if he came back into sight,
Yeah, I mean, this could literally, if this is a botched check, this could knock this out.
I need a high roll, so I am going to spend
Hero
a hero point.
Absolutely. The playlists were cultivated by Mitchum, our very own. He bought me this music from Monument Studios. Really amazing. So thanks for
Natural 20.
Are you shitting me?
No, it's
Thank you.
It's
hero
right there.
point.
All
Natural
right.
20.
So you can see, as this automaton sleeps, it does have these sort of like, I don't know if you want to call it sensors or an actual like mechanical eye that is still aware, but it seems that it's not as perceptive as you get close, but you realize that this thing is still able to wake up at any moment. You're able to reach, I'm gonna say with that 20, you can leave the room safely, but once you come back in, you'll have to roll another stealth check if you leave and come back again, okay?
Got it.
But
Okay.
you make it there very safely.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
Kai, you got a hero point from chat.
Oh,
Wow. Thanks, chat.
thanks, chat.
Seeing Kai walk back and try to size up the door, I will message you. As far as I can tell, it's some kind of enchantment, prismatic armor. I'm not certain if that's something you're familiar with.
I'm aware of it. I love that I can just bypass the reply restrictions by just messaging you back. So Cordelia and I are texting.
Yeah. Hey, girl.
I
Cute shoes.
do not know the magic to unweave magic, but I know this spell. Do you know of a way that we could work together on this, perhaps?
I can attempt to dispel it. I just don't know if I'll be successful. It's a powerful spell.
Mm.
But if you're helping me, then maybe.
Sorry if this is sensitive. I just thought, you know, the coven thing, maybe you could draw from my power somehow. I don't have I know things about this spell, but I don't have the knowledge to undo it. Oh, well, the quiet way.
Fair enough. Yes, I suppose if you could do something similar to Hannah, where she kind of assisted, lended me her power.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll try.
I'm essentially just flavoring it so that he can maybe give me fortune on it.
Okay.
Like the help action.
Yeah.
I'm not like privy to the conversation or whatever, but Wesley's getting like kind of restless. He's taking out his chalk and is like very genuinely trying to see how close you can get with the chalk to see where like if it's like when you touch the wall, or does it have like
it's about 4 inches out.
Okay.
It starts to, and then you see this chalk actually catch fire.
Yeah, so he'll like switch to a new one and like go like along the walls, trying to just see like is there a weak point in like the field or something.
It fluctuates. It's weebly wobbly. It breathes in and out. It's like an energy field. It's not a perfect bubble. It was literally like sparkling in and out.
Ernie is like doing stretches and like little circles, and he starts putting in earplugs. He starts putting on goggles. He doesn't know what this thing does, so like, and he keeps like looking down the hallway, and he's like pulled out a couple of different tools, like
As she's preparing to, Kai's,
visibly
like,
doing something soon.
feeding her related information about these. Like, the
hurt
spell
your perception.
was not meant to be cast on glass this way.
Right.
This person, whomever did this, has taken textbook magic and done something different with it. So it's not behaving the same way. You
Yeah.
usually see something solid, sturdy, unyielding, but you don't get close. Do not get close.
Yeah, the DM just wanted to fuck with it.
Yeah, I know. It's
All right, I love the way you roleplayed that. I'll give you fortune in your aid. So roll Arcana. If you get 20 or higher, then she gets, let's see, she gets a +1 circumstance bonus. If you get a crit success, so you get a 30 or higher, she's gonna get +2. If you are what's your skill level in Arcana? Are you
Well,
master?
I gotta check if I'm either trained or expert. I'm not master.
Okay.
I think I'm trained. Yeah, I'm just trained.
Okay, if you're just trained, it's just going to be a +2. If you get a crit success, +1. If you get a success, a failure, it's nothing.
Do it. Do it.
He has fortune plus assist, though, right? That's what you said.
He does
I'm
have
using a
fortune
hero
bonus.
point.
No, you don't.
Well,
have to
you
give
said you already
Yeah,
have fortune on
yeah,
this
yeah.
I give you
assist.
fortune
Oh,
for your
you gave me
Yeah,
fortune.
for your good roleplay.
I
I love
misunderstood that.
I love the way that you phrased that.
Okay. It is higher than 20. It's 23 total.
23, that you have a +2 circumstance bonus to your counteract check.
Okay.
You want this to work because
Do you hear a point?
Do you want one?
I don't know if I want to. Maybe I do, because that's a 29. I'm gonna hero point it.
okay.
Okay.
Does that matter?
Yeah. 35.
35.
Yep.
So I'm not because of the 35. I don't think that's a crit. Is that a crit success?
18
What level
plus
are y'all?
18 plus
You're
17,
level
right? I did that
8.
right?
Yeah, level 8. Okay, it's not a crit success, but it's so damn close to a crit success that I'm not going to make you roll stealth for your verbal somatic components. So you see Cordelia whisper, and as she does, her hair moves somatically with her hands weaving this, and you watch this power down. And you see Yarn kind of sit up. Hey, I can get the lock. Do that for my door too. I can get the lock.
Wesley's also got his like black face. He's like, me next.
It's powered down. The spell is completely null on that door.
How often can she do that?
I can do it one more time.
Oh! I'm not making you roll stealth because of that high level, but you realize that anything with a a verbal component does risk waking the guardian.
All right.
This is Don't Wake Daddy Deadly Edition.
I do have these tools of my own, and I am trained. So, now that it's powered down, I'm going to attempt to pick the lock of my cell.
Roll thievery.
You what?
You what?
Don't break your tools.
27.
The hand clicks, and you see the veins sort of, and the glass slides down.
Oh, it goes down. I thought it would go.
There's like there isn't a sigh. You can see her relax.
She wants to sigh, but then she sees the.
Yeah,
She's like,
it's like,
Alright, what's everyone else doing in the meantime?
Message.
I know Ernie's
How
been,
much
like,
juice left,
waiting.
basically.
Yeah. So I pull out my candy cane that I keep behind my ear, and I kind of put it on the ground. It turns into a snake.
Okay.
All right, buddy. I'm gonna need you to touch the door and hope it only has one charge while I unlock this thing. All right. Thanks, champ.
How much health does the snake have?
Not enough.
So the peppermint snake, just like hisses and nods its head at you. It slides towards the door, and you watch it just instantly. Lightning just comes out, and it just burns. The entire thing is burnt. It's crisp. It's like there's just the smell of burnt candy, like burnt sugar all over. We didn't even make it to the door and touch it.
I pick up the charred candy cane and put it behind my ear.
So as the lightning
melted and
crackles, the guardian does not wake. Holy shit!
All right.
If that thing wakes up, if it's never mind.
I know what I'm doing if it wakes up, but I don't,
All right, then I start getting closer to the door with my glass cutter. Then,
Okay.
and as I'm doing that, I kind of crouch down.
Uh-huh.
And I pull out my signal whistle, and I rest it on my lips, and I look at Yarn, and I say, "You better hope I'm good at this."
Oh wait, you can't see. You can't see. Your friends down the hallway. They've dispelled the magic. They can get rid of the barrier. Please.
I pull out.
Another whistle.
More candy.
I pull out my clockwork dial,
Uh-huh.
and I set it for 5 minutes, and I set it in front of the.
Girlie, your friend. He's a fucking madman down here.
she just kind of nods
He's gonna get us all
and
killed.
pinches the bridge of her nose.
you notice it.
But I will message Kai back.
Good point.
I can only do that once more.
Ernie or Yarn, one of them. We need to disable that column.
call it. Okay, I was thinking Brooks to get everyone else out, but sure, yes.
Why would Brooks be able to get everyone else out?
He's also got magic. I don't know if he can dispel
Okay,
things.
listen.
You can see, like Brooks, you can see them from that angle.
I guess I don't know why I'm whispering if this is a private conversation.
Yeah. Our DMs.
It's more fun.
The hands of Kryn are a cult of the Eternal. You know this, yes?
We surmised as much.
Has Brooks told you anything about the Eternal One?
No.
Well, he hasn't told me anything either. But you might remember he said, and then in, I don't know if it was Orn or
It was-
Orwin.
Dwarf.
It was Dwarven.
It was
Oh,
Dwarven.
in
Because if
Dwarven.
it was
No one-
Aquan, I would have been able to understand
in
it.
Dwarven, he says, you might remember him saying, and then he repeats a phrase in Dwarven, which you don't speak.
So it probably.
And then he
you
said,
might not
and
even
he
recall
doesn't,
it.
he doesn't like as close, as close to an intonation as,
Yeah.
as Brooks would speak. Basically, he says, "I know more about the Eternal One than anyone. I don't trust him. I don't know what he has to do with this with these hands of Kryn." But
Did you translate it, or did you just say it in Dwarven?
no, I
again?
translated
Yeah.
it for. That
And
was
they're
me
talking in their
translating.
heads too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like when he said it in English for us, like I didn't know if like that was him saying it in Dwarven or if he
Yeah.
translated for her.
You look over and Brooks has like the hand of fruit. He's like,
Does it fit in the law?
Yes, Gruben fighting victorious one. Yes.
I think it is then.
I mean, I'm not saying we leave Brooks on it. That's ridiculous. We'll get him out, but I don't.
We do need to talk to him about it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things, honestly, that all of us need to talk about, but that's besides the point.
Sure. I seriously didn't expect to find y'all here.
Honestly, I was really concerned about you. You just kind of wandered off, and...
I'll explain later.
Okay.
Orc brother. He's speaking to Orcish again. You came for me, right? You need something that I have. You can't get it if I'm dead. Your friends will be fine as long as they don't disturb the Guardian. You and I can get out of here, and you can make a plan for a rescue mission. I can disable the Guardian, just let me out.
I'm gonna start tiptoeing my way
Yeah,
to Ernie unless
we're-
you tell me otherwise.
No, that's fine.
You have to roll stealth when you move.
Okay.
We're going to disable the Guardian.
Tiptoe through the bullshit.
And we will get you out of here, but we're getting them out too.
Alright, hang on. It has -2. Okay. And then it has...
Question.
Just gotta beat his perception DC.
Question. I don't like that you're making those noises.
That's cool.
He's like, oh, I forgot how
Is this
dangerous this thing
Is
was.
this bright light or dim light in this?
This is dim light. The doors actually shed bright light.
Oh, go figure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It says it in the spell, I shit you not.
Yeah. know that spell.
Cool. Then I'm gonna go ahead and Cloak of Shadows myself. So the cloak reduces bright light within 20 feet to instead be dim light. So as she passes by the doors, they do dim.
Wait, that's fucking cool.
And then the target can use the concealed condition gained from shadows to hide. So I don't know if that would help with a stealth.
If you're hiding.
Yeah, if you go to like where it's actually shadowy, you can
Yeah.
hide in the shadows.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think you would be able to hide in front of
Here
them.
we
Yeah,
go.
you're not doing the hide action right now.
Oh, that's a 19. Oh, okay.
Hope it's enough.
20, 32. 32.
It's over 30, so you're good.
Do you remember the Trinity Geode that I have?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just like, I'm ready with that shit. I'm up against the, what is this wall made of again?
Metal?
Fuck.
Oh
right.
no, you can't.
I'm channeling
If
a
I had
property. I'm channeling a certain property from a certain Orange Kids channel, and I know they're the same thing.
All right. Damn it. Sorry,
Oh.
I described it already too much.
Alright.
Yeah, everything's chrome except
I
for those
was
double
about,
doors.
I was about ready to just go.
That'd be awesome. All right.
Step in front of Ernie's door. Message him.
I pause my dial.
In that case, I have the rifle out and I'm pointing down the hallway, not at the golem, but just in front of the golem.
Okay.
And I'll message you. be ready to pick this once I hopefully dispel it.
I put the glass cutter down. Grab my infiltrator's lockpick.
Side note, I'm pretty certain that thing at the end of the hall will definitely kill us if we make any noise, so just don't do that.
Yeah, so will the dwarf.
Oh, Kai messages you one more time before you start. If it wakes up, make for the mirror down the hallway. Look for the oddity. And then follow it this time.
Okay. Which one of you is going to be? You've been kind. Okay, I'm going to try to dispel magic again.
No circumstance bonus this time.
I know.
Save herself.
But she got better at it. She knows what she did.
You know what? Fine. You have a +1.
Oh.
Watch it make the difference.
I was actually going to guidance myself, which I still think I might, so I get +2.
Chat, you can
I mean,
find
what
my
kind of
book,
bonus
The
is
Art of
guidance?
Negotiation.
Is it circumstance
to-
bonus anyway?
Let's see, +1 status bonus to attack
Status is
roll,
not circumstance.
saving throw, skill check, perception check.
Okay.
It would work.
It has a verbal component, so you have to roll stealth. for
Oh,
it.
you'd have to stealth that.
So you have to stealth the guidance. If you want the bonus, you have to earn it.
That
I'm
makes
sorry.
sense. If you want the
Cordelia,
bonus,
you got a plus-
you have to be loved by
Chad
your
just gave you a
die.
+1.
I'll take
you got
Chat's
a
+1.
non-somatic
And here's the
guidance.
thing.
I'm not about to risk all these rolls, so
the
I'll take
chat
Chat's
bonus
+1.
is not like a technically any type of bonus, so it's just going to stack on top of anything.
It's a chat bonus.
+1 chat
Yeah,
bonus.
chat bonus.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll take the circumstance and the chat bonus, and we'll just roll with it because I'm scared
That's a
to.
+2. That's huge.
I'm scared to roll too many
that's
times.
massive here.
It's a level's worth.
It's level 7, so.
That's not as great as the first one. 24.
24. Okay. And the counteract bonus.
Should have muted that.
No, it's okay. Just
What is
enjoy-
Hannah doing here?
Enjoy my conference.
I was about to say, oh no, I'm Hannah.
So as you cast, you feel and then you understand that you messed up the threads. Then you remember the guidance of Kai in your mind, and you kind of move your hand and readjust, and you feel the spell dispersing. Roll stealth for your verbal components. You have fortune because you can wisp.
Can I prepare a spell strike so that
Oh,
I
wait,
can,
I have
if
fortune?
it wakes up, I can
You
actually
can have
do
spell
something?
prepare for
Okay,
sure.
Sweet.
You said I have 4. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm giving you fortune.
I also have Cloak of Shadow still. And the door's dispelled, so it's not shedding bright light.
Correct.
Hopefully this
It's not
helps.
trying to see you though.
23.
Actually, I don't even do spell strike. It's just a spell. I'm prepped a spell, not a spell strike.
I have to do some math.
I don't know if you can. You can only hold something for like 6 seconds before you use the slot.
Okay.
Yeah.
You see it.
Well, she'll get noticed in 6 seconds.
It now sort of like you see it as like this, and it just goes very quickly. It doesn't move. It doesn't sort of activate, but its head is now up.
It has the yellow exclamation point over it.
I'm holding
Huh?
my breath.
What was that noise?
I will pick the lock now.
Yeah, I'm because it doesn't require any amount of somatic, and I'm just mouthing the words to Ernie. I'm saying, it's looking up. Be careful. And you notice that she's not breathing.
I picked the lock. 27.
Oh. Your glass is gone.
Should I just go turn it off?
She just nods.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Let me help. Let me help first. You don't know how this thing works.
The last time we worked together, I was in jail for 40 years. You'll be staying in jail this time.
Funny. It seems to mean a lot to you. Face isn't ringing any bells for me, though.
Yeah, I don't imagine it would. I pull out a wand, and I turn it around. And and I wave it around, and I cast
Tricking a magic item.
tricking a magic item. I like hit myself with it.
Okay. Does it work?
Yep, I'm invisible.
Okay.
Kai's like glancing over his shoulder, like seeing him wave around the window.
And then he just disappears.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. And I'm gonna start walking towards the golem. I mean, what
Roll
else?
stealth with your
You got
yeah,
your
roll
foil
stealth.
stances and all that going on.
Yeah, I mean, I'm.
Ooh.
Yeah. 35 and invisible.
Okay, 35 and invisible. You come up to it. You can see the clockwork gears on it. Okay. So, as you reach this thing, you can. Okay.
I'm just doodling with the rest of my chalk.
So, it's in low power mode. It's no longer in shutdown mode. It's now like low powered. So like I basically had it to where it didn't wake up instantly on a failed stealth check. It's gonna wake up in progressions. So now if it senses you, it's gonna go into like the thing's ready to roll off. You estimated from looking at the clockwork and from the meta that we just had is 21 hours of operational time left. Mitchell. As you examine it, you've dealt with clockwork
charge.
trinkets before in your history.
Yeah.
You've understood some golems in your past, and you're expert thievery. You understand that you can mess with the gear and the inner workings without disturbing the clockwork creature. For every success, you remove 1 hour of operation.
Oh my god.
Which means you will need to make 21 successful thievery checks in order to
Crits.
shut this down.
Oh, I don't
I
have
am
to
not
crit.
shitting with you. I am looking at the creature's chart right now. You need to make 21
I mean,
successful.
That does seem a lot like some of
Successful
the
rolls.
the traps where it's like,
It's a sort
And it
of.
loses a monster level for every one. Oh my god.
So it's in standby right now.
you hear what you got?
Would you like to know the DC? No, I'm not telling you.
I would like to analyze it and see if I can pick up on how hard it is.
Roll thievery, and I'll let you know. What-
31.
I missed the coin mechanic.
So if I'm
Your voice.
that's 4. It's a 27. Every successful 27.
That's hard.
It's a 45% chance of success.
21 times.
For our best thief.
I can't see him. Is he rethinking his choices?
Well,
right
actually, you get an item bonus, so it's
Yeah, it's 50% chance every time.
now? Oh, fucking coin flips.
Coin flips. 21 coin flips in a row. Seems impossible.
so success, remove 1 hour. Failure, it wakes up.
You can also, as you examine it with your 31, you can see the different weapons and things that it has. Inside one of its arms, it has these multiple canisters where you can see little bombs loaded up.
Just unequip it.
You can also see there are little compact. You know, in Spider-Man when the Green Goblin throws the pumpkins that have the spinning blades, those. It's got little spring-loaded spinning blades in this arm. In this hand, you can see it can shift and transform the arm into a needle rapier. This thing was made. This is like leagues more powerful than that golem that attacked you on the sea. Like this thing is like the pride probably of the hands of Kroom. This thing must have cost thousands and thousands of gold.
I could tie its shoelaces together. It's time for a good old sticky foot.
I mean,
Dude, chat's conflicted. They don't know what they want you to do.
it wakes up. Someone's like, empower monster.
Oh my god. If chat has the points, holy god.
Chat, if you'll recall, there is a horror game thing where you can contribute 2,000
Yeah,
XP right
true.
this second to make Sonokim play a horror game, which he is
Actually,
very,
yeah.
very
I'm
scared of.
so
He is so
scared.
scared of it.
Just like we're
Make
playing a horror
him
game
suffer
right
instead
now.
of making us
I'm
suffer.
a scared big boy.
You should contribute to that though, because there's not much time left on it.
Yeah, do contribute to the horror games if you want to see some of that stuff. Thank you, Victoria's One, for
Is
your
there any
contribution.
way to... I'm looking around the room.
Yeah.
Is there any sort of like shut-off lever or wall to activate?
Oh, press the button to skip the encounter?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Just pull
Cool.
that lever and
Cool.
you win the dungeon.
That's how we got here.
All right, 6 more. Okay, you can have a hero.
Yes! Fewer coin flips!
So here's what you can absolutely do. You think that...
Go fuck myself.
I'm trying to be nice for once. After analyzing the system, you can shut down the system with the same level of thievery check, break down the platform so it no longer recharges itself. So it would no longer gain operational time. So that it would never be able to recharge until someone came and fixed it. But then you would have to wait
21 hours.
But it's only one check.
And it's only 21. The 21 hours only start when it becomes operational.
Like, so we'd have to wake it up. Too.
You have to wake it up and let it spin down the time. This monster is precisely why I love this system.
I need a phone battery like that.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm not there, but
I'm gonna start.
Drew, stop negotiating with chat. Be in my game, please.
I am chat when I type.
I am going to attempt to deactivate the platform. That feels like a good risk
it's a
reward.
50-50, right?
Yeah, that's worth
Roll.
doing.
as long as it's 11. Hey,
Yep,
11.
11.
Oh.
So I hit the check.
It's the exact what I need.
I was like, crit fail, but you
No,
add
that
11,
is-
base 11 plus your bonuses.
11 is what he needs on the die to succeed.
Yes. So
All right.
that's
so
a
you go over and you tinker and you move stuff so where
28.
it no longer looks broken. So it's gonna take someone a while to investigate the problem, but you see the golem just sort of like detach a little bit and like, toot, and then the little steam things like pull out. The little metal bars fall
see
to
him.
the side. Very quietly, it's disabled. It will no longer gain operational time.
Cool.
No.
I don't see Ernie. I just see stuff happening, so I'm like, getting better.
It's just like,
What's going on?
Can I see?
I start walking back down the hall.
okay.
And I'm gonna get up close to Cordelia, and as quietly as I can whisper in her ear.
Don't spook her, don't spook her.
And then, yeah, I can't turn that off. But it's not gonna charge anymore. But it's got like 21 hours of charge, so we should just get everyone except for him and leave.
She's gonna message you and say, oh, that's easier said than done, because I could only dispel our 2 doors.
Well, but I'm gonna miss him.
Can I see him from here?
Yeah, you can see Ernie right there.
No, Ernie's invisible.
Oh no, you cannot.
A
You
minute's
can't.
probably passed, so
You
probably,
see,
I'm probably sitting
yeah,
there
yeah.
and
So
like,
he is.
I thought
He
it was
appears
10.
right here.
I think it's 1.
Oh.
No, it's 10. I'm still invisible.
Okay. You see Cordelia looking down and whispering to herself.
So the usual.
She's talking to her bird.
I'm juggling the one hand. Oh.
I will, though, while he has been fiddling with that, I would have tried to fill Brooks in on as much as I could.
Okay.
Essentially just
I can message too.
I can't miss.
give him the skinny on, I'm tapped out, but there's some kind of mechanism on the door. Maybe we could use hands for it.
Wait, I had an idea. I'll be right back. I start walking back toward the golem.
And then,
All right.
and then panic to Brooks. And he just went towards the golem again.
This thing's a jailer, right? Somewhere on here is a key fob that opens these prison doors. I want to see if I can figure out where it is.
The dwarf
I
did
want
say
you-
he can't open the
I
doors.
want you to roll perception.
30.
Inside its core. Let me finish. You can see, literally pulling the strings, working the mechanism inside, a severed hand operating it, pulling these clockwork mechanisms and pressing buttons. It's the hand is operating the golem.
Okay.
And it also seems to be the key.
So their final ascension is just a hand, and they get a robot body.
Oh, cool. Future.
Does it look like I can take it out without it noticing?
I think
I felt like I knew the answer to that.
Maybe with 21 successes.
Yeah.
yeah, if it's turned off, it won't be able to.
It would be less than 21. It would be fewer than 21.
But it'd be hard.
But it would be higher DC.
What if I just destroy that hand?
Then we're stuck in here forever.
My body's time to
Must
get
be
you.
more severe.
We destroy the hand and then just nap for a couple days.
But we have to wake it up for it to lose charge. That's the problem.
Alright, here's what you do. You wake it up and then have Wesley just crawl around on the ceiling and just dodge the attacks for 20 minutes.
I have to have finesse to climb.
I can climb on the ceiling.
I mean, I could wall jump and just like keep
Yes,
hopping,
fire.
but I think I would
I
get
do.
tired eventually.
Oh.
I could climb on this. I could do that.
You can do whatever you want, guys. It's your... look, I've created the situation. Y'all find the way out of it. I'm done with my
I'm gonna
part.
Send a message
I forget
to
to-
Cordelia and say, maybe he could try disabling its sensors.
So a message, a message Ernie.
Wait, could you not have messaged her to yourself?
I can't see him.
Yeah.
Oh, it requires sight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
I think you have to know where they
yeah,
are.
Yeah, you have to know generally where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I can message him directly, I would say that.
Let me check. Does it look like I can disable its ability to perceive us?
So here's what you can do. You can roll, and it'll be the same. It'll be the same DC 27 I said. DC 27 on a success -2 to its perception, on a critical success -4 to its perception. Sticking there. Okay.
Yeah, I can try something. Hold
So you
on.
can put it back into like standby or whatever. it
I'll
is.
turn its eyes off. I'm gonna try to disable its sensors.
Okay.
Everyone's brave when they have hero points.
Hey,
11 again.
the lucky
20.
number.
Okay.
28.
This is push my back. You do not dictate what I do with my body. All right. So you go in there and you're just like, and you make one little click, and you watch as the eye sort of like looks up at you for a second, and then it kind of snaps shut like a camera shutter. It now has a permanent -2 to perception. -2 until someone repairs that.
Okay. I can just keep deactivating different parts because we are eventually gonna wake this bitch up. So I'm on. I don't.
Stealing bombs out of it.
So instead of trying to reduce the operation time, just like let me just try and like
Let me just start ripping cords.
yeah, like go for it.
What's
yeah.
this do?
You know that scene where Ant-Man gets inside Iron Man's armor?
Yeah. Just pulling shit.
Absolutely.
Let's just see how much you can fuck shit up before I fuck you up.
All right. That bomb launcher.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm good. I go back down the hall. It's like, all right, it's not blind, but it can see slightly less good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are gonna. I go over to where Brooke says, so we are gonna need to like open the other two people out. So do we just do it and like get hit a little bit? Because that's sometimes the plan.
Well, you said the mechanism was a hand, right? Where's our hand?
I hold it up. Has that been
Hold it
juggling
up.
the whole time?
Put it onto the door.
It's not. No.
Damn it! Ruining my fun.
Fingerprints. It's not the right one.
I mean, I can just pick it.
Okay.
Can you make things quiet?
I mean, I'm just over here doodling.
I can make you faster. I can.
Keep that one. Put a pin in that. That's plan B. I gotta get.
I gotta get the fuck out.
Zoom!
Well, I think it's back and talking.
I mean,
If it does wake up, the mirror. Go to the mirror.
It's okay. I've got one.
No, that specific one.
Now, this one's portable.
You can go through that one.
Hey, y'all done a lot of whispering. I can shut the thing down. I know the secret.
How the fuck do you expect us to get you out of there?
I just went and looked at it.
You cut each other out.
It's got 21 hours of operation. And you can do
Not a
it too.
problem. I'm an expert.
Yeah, so am I.
Well, apparently not.
I've gotten better. I pull out my clockwork dial and I set it for 1 hour and I set it in front of his alarm. In 22 hours, this problem's gonna be over.
Look, I'm just saying, one of us got caught and was in prison for 40 years. The other one's been living it up.
I turned myself in, asshole.
What was it that you did?
I was an accessory.
What was the crime? What did we do? Murder, pillaging.
Murder.
Who?
Pull out my ear horn.
Baron Alden Cromwell.
And he starts to laugh just like that. Wow, I did good. There's this like dry, and like you see like phlegm and stuff coming out of his throat, and he's looking. He's never heard anything more funny in his entire life, and he's laughing so loud you think he's gonna wake the guardian.
Ernie, are you telling jokes again?
You turned yourself in for Cromwell. You spent 40 years of your life. Oh, no wonder. You must really hate me.
Yeah.
Oh, if I die, I will die happy knowing that this has transpired.
I pull out handcuffs. You're not gonna die. You're going to jail. A different one.
He smiles. Okay. The cult of the Eternal One. They ambushed my boys. Sorry. We thought we had a deal. But now, both them and the Hands of Kroon, it's all just gone to hell. But if you let me out, I can fill you in as to why this is all so funny.
I'm not laughing.
I did just misspeak, and that's going to ruin the canon, so I want to rewrite what I said. He said the cult of the Eternal One. I meant to say the Hands of Kroon ambushed him and his boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I was actually gonna.
I misspoke slightly.
I was actually gonna
said
ask
misspoke
if those were
slightly
separate.
too.
I think they are
Entities
separate
based on what-
entities.
He's
Yeah.
implying the Hands of Kroon and the cult of the Eternal One are very different things.
Yeah,
Separate
that's
entities.
actually.
I
that is what
just
meant to
misspoke
say.
because
Yeah.
I was in the role play of the moment. I'm like, I'm giving misinformation now.
I
so
did the
clear it up.
same thing.
Gotcha. Okay. That does actually make a difference for my
Yeah.
notes.
But the implication when you came in here was that the Hands of Kroon were the cult of the
yes.
Eternal One, and he has now just implied that that is not the case.
Oh, I was under the assumption they were just working together.
I think
I
that's
don't know
the
what's going
that's
on.
the information that I was given.
Well,
We
Cordelia, what Kai said to you also implied that they were very different organizations and at odds.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Look,
I was like Kai was saying.
in the moment,
Same.
sometimes you mess up. That's fine. Let's
That's
clarify just for the audience and for ourselves.
This is why I don't take notes.
He's still like rubbing his eyes. He's still looking at Ernie. Oh God. Poor Baron Caldwell. Oh. When they mourned in White Earth, was it very sad? Did
I
they
don't
put
know.
you in a very deep place?
I wasn't around for the morning.
Well, it looks like you've only got a few moments left to live. Because somewhere you're going to slip up before. And he points at your timer. That goes off. I can take care of this thing. So you should put all your minds together. And your greatest resource should be getting me out of this door. It looks like the best option. I disable the Guardian. And you get your precious revenge on me. I know not what I've done to offend you, but clearly there's something you want. Very popular these days.
Wait, you want to kill him too?
Kill him. No, I don't even need him.
I mean, he's kind of dangerous.
I'm well aware.
Well, we'll talk later. All right, I can pick one of these locks. I can pick all 3 of them, but it's gonna hurt.
It's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I mean, the best I can do at this point is just aid you in doing that and heal you afterwards.
Is he correct in assuming that picking open the door will remove the barrier? Because I kind of thought they were working independently.
I think they are.
A little bit as a tree.
What do you need to deactivate them?
Just get me up close to him, and my lockpick should be enough.
Great. Pile everything else in the back of your cell.
Even his socks?
Especially this.
Now, come now. If you're gonna ambush me, I'd at least like the chance to defend myself.
I'm not gonna kill you. I went to jail to try to turn you in.
Look at this guy.
I can't.
I'm sorry. That will never not be funny.
Yeah, I feel like I'm missing a part of it.
What is 40 years to a gnome anyway?
About half.
Oh, to live forever. Oh, gods. Alright. If you're not gonna kill me. He takes his dagger, he takes his little crossbow. You see him slide it to the end. Can I keep the leathers? He opens them up, sure there's no hidden knives or anything. Just to keep me warm.
I don't believe you, but sure.
Kai's still like masked and cloaked,
Yeah.
but he said like so this guy can't like read his emotions. He wouldn't know if he's like angry or anything like that. It's just like he won't kill you. It would make him a hypocrite if he did.
Wait, why am I picking this lock? Why don't you pick it? You got a lock pick on the other side. You take the hit.
I can heal you afterward.
Yeah, we'll heal you.
Who are you winking at?
Aren't you invisible?
You see, when I get hurt, I make a mighty
I yawned.
loud yip, if you will. It's how I got the nickname the Maned Wolf. I'm just afraid it would wake the Guardian.
See, I blow whistles when I see enemies get hit, so it's kind of a weird catch-22 we're in.
Strange.
Fine. I get down with the lock pick, and I'm gonna try to pick his lock.
Careful now, you've only got so many good years left.
Yeah, I figured I want you on the outside of this door when we wake that thing up so that someone can trip and fall.
Alright, what you gonna try and do?
I'm gonna try to pick the lock.
Well, that seems like an idea.
Yep.
Yep.
Just don't
I mean,
crit failed.
So
So-
we don't have any more we don't have any more dispel magics.
Well, you throw yourself at it. Alright. I need you to roll a will save.
Okay.
Hey,
24.
it's that number
I'm not
again.
stopping him for the content. I just want you and chat to know that.
Gotta keep it moving. Gotta keep it.
Alright.
I guess I should have just prepped more of them.
Okay.
Oh, you have to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, proper
On a failure, it becomes okay. Regardless of the result of the save.
We only know it's better.
No,
about
Okay.
I thought
Other
2 would be
systems.
So it doesn't dispel
Well, they have
the
both
door,
versions of this. Where you're...
but you make the save that you're now able to interact. You can quickly now, with a circumstance subtraction, attempt to pick the lock without taking it. It flashes out at you and you resist the crackle of it, but the door is still enchanted.
Okay.
But you can try and unlock the door through it, like you just avoided the effects of the spell.
Cool.
Ooh.
You got 2 of them.
The door's easier than the spell, so.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
No, it's gonna be fine. 26.
Okay. The glass slides, but the prismatic sort of energy still remains.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
How noisy was it when the spell kind of hit me?
It's like
Okay.
but
But it doesn't seem to have.
it would have. I'm gonna say that because you disabled the sensors and y'all are role playing this really well, And if this thing wakes up, it might change the entire course of everything.
Sure.
Like, I'm going to give you every benefit of playing well that you deserve. So, like, because you disable the sensors, it does not wake it up from you passing the save. You know what I mean? If you had failed and taken damage, it might be different. Now Yarn looks at it. I guess it's only fair. Can I take my dagger and my bow as I jump out and go through? Because I don't want to go back through this shit.
We've got to have tridents.
I've got a spare dagger. You can have it when you earned it.
Mine's real nice.
I'm sure it is.
He reaches for it and picks it up.
I mean, if you disable the thing, I can grab your weapons.
Oh, you don't want that.
Could you stop bickering? I'll make sure he doesn't hurt you. I need your help anyway.
He throws his dagger to you. Alright. He pulls up the hood, which flows over and has sort of like a this long snout with a dark nose right here. These carved out eyes where like this his sort of hair comes through, and this reddish brown long-eared top, giving the visage of a maned wolf. Here he fucking goes.
As he's moving to the golem,
shit.
I move up to Wesley's
Well,
lock.
he has to go through the door. That's what he's doing.
Oh, I see.
He's like, you got the
trying
door
to
open.
survive.
It's only he's
Gotcha.
got to jump through. So he's trying to make his will save. I gotta pull up his stat block.
Why don't you just kill him?
I know, right?
Bug in the zapper.
Well,
Worse when he
you
survives
see
and goes
him
blind.
pull the cloak over, and
No, I'm fine with that.
and the
He can't
thing
disable
strikes
it
him, and he
because it's
lands. And he made it through okay.
Did he get?
It's making it look really easy, probably to the audience, but like if you fail this save,
It's gonna get
it's
nasty.
gonna suck.
You seem to have lost a step.
Saturday. Watch 5 morons get really lucky over
over and over and over until they don't.
Hey, that's what happened last time.
All right. Let me go have a look at him.
Once you come back, like, fuck, that is hard.
I walk up to Wesley's lock.
Are you invisible?
It's probably been 10 minutes. I'm gonna say no.
You hear him? Oh shit. He stops.
He has a
You
hero point, right?
You see the head snap up, and you see him twist something really quick, and it goes back down. Everything's fine.
I'll wave at her.
Y'all roleplay. He's just doing his thing.
Who's the dwarf?
I'm gonna try to pick Wesley's lock.
Oh shit. Everything's fine.
I'm gonna do what I did.
You gonna do the same thing?
Yeah.
You gotta make that will save.
Yeah. I'm gonna use a hero point.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought this was gonna be like roll initiative right at the start, and like this is
16.
16.
You know what we hate doing
Wait,
is rolling
16?
initiative.
16.
Yeah.
On the
He
will
tried to
save.
That
improve a 3
is-
and it didn't get better.
Wait.
Oh, no.
He rolled a 1 on his second
Oh, it's level
roll.
7, not level 8. Okay, it's not a crit fail.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Oh!
Oh shit. Okay,
It was a crit fail last week.
so you are dazzled. So your eyes are super overstimulated, like they're like swarmed with color right now.
Thing is
And you're gonna
consumed
take
here.
some damage.
Oh, I think crit is you're blind forever.
Yeah, because I think this was.
All
a
right.
future
Again, this is
heal.
not exactly how the spell works.
Doesn't
But-
think you can get past the Tation trait.
Yeah, you're gonna take some damage here.
Oh, it's higher level than us anyway. So
Okay, I need you to roll. I need you to roll 3d8.
His retinal nerves
And you
almost
roll
experienced a
3d8.
rainbow disconnection.
Okay.
That's a 9, isn't it?
You have.
No, it's a 6.
Since we're standing here.
All right, what you got?
It can't be a
Use
s-
a
yeah,
potion
12.
of water
No, sorry.
breathing,
No.
and then
Give me.
four-
I'm so
3d8.
sorry.
662.
My mistake. 662.
Yeah,
14,
662.
yeah.
What you said?
So you take
Lesser.
Lesser. That makes a
mental.
lot
You
more
take
sense.
5 mental damage as it pelts you. You take 5 mental damage as it pelts you again. And then what was the last one?
2.
2.
2. And then a splash of acid bursts out, and you take 5 acid damage.
Okay. 15 points.
And you are dazzled. As long as you're near one of these doors, you have the dazzled condition. Again, this is a modified version of that spell that's been turned into a trap.
I fucked it up, Wesley. I can't see.
Oh. That's not good.
All creatures and objects are concealed from you. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Also, I need you to roll stealth real quick as you take this hit.
That's cocked. 27.
Okay. So as Ernie gets hit, you see his brain start to shake, and then acid splashes him in the face, but he manages not to scream, and the thing stays shut down. And you hear Yarn say, "Got it." And you see him twist, like sort of like a little thieves' tool wrench thing he's got, and the thing just goes, and he hops down.
Did the barrier have more than one charge in it?
Yes.
My candy cane friend says yes.
It stays.
Oh, yeah,
it stays until. Hang on. What's the duration of this?
21 hours.
Well, it says 1 minute, but that's is my trap. Like, it's not the spell itself. The spell it's based on.
They permanency it.
Because what it usually does is give you resistance to the types, but instead I have it doing the damage of the resistance instead.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Instead of having the resistance of 3 actions to the 3 resistances, is 3 damages.
That's cool.
It's permanent until dispelled. High-level wizards, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I think so.
Yarn goes up to Kai. He has a very sort of like cocky sort of pep in his step now. Can I have my dagger, please? And then I can discuss with you whatever it is you want from me.
Dagger once we get them out.
He holds up his hand, and he steps back, and he's going to stand right here by the golem. Just chill.
There's a hand
You
on the
seem capable
inside.
enough to stab us in the back. I can't. You understand.
All right.
You said there's a hand inside.
Yeah, there's a hand inside it that can open these doors.
Yep.
I can't see right now.
I'm gonna go see if my hands are small enough to get the hand out of there, since I know it's there.
I was gonna say, I've got magical crafting. I might be able to help take
Magical reverse engineering.
to help like take it apart to get into it. I don't know.
I turn to Yarn again. There's a hand in there. Your dagger, if you get it out, undamaged.
He sort of like cocks a smile. Well, here's the thing.
Oh.
I was able to tinker down with it. I'll be honest, I was not able to stop its functional hours. What I was able to do, though, was reprogram friends and foes. And he snaps his fingers, and it just sort of... And you can see it now clanky. Definitely not as powerful with the adjustments he's made before, but it sort of whirs to life and stands up, and it looks at Yarn, and he just like holds out his hand, and it sort of like focuses on y'all, and you see the hand turn into a blade. So...
Oh, so we made it harder for them to get out.
Hi, are you certain you need him alive?
Oh, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Incredibly.
Because he's not actually rolling. Where's my scary playlist? Oh, here we go. So,
He did a one light check.
now that we don't have to be quiet, I think it's time for a little renegotiation. I'll take my dagger. We can still talk because, frankly, I wouldn't have made it out without you. Then I'll be on my merry fucking way. You can have the hand without fear of this thing fighting back at you. And everyone will be happy. Everybody wins.
Kind of like flips the dagger back out, turns it, and just tosses it to him.
Thank you. It's very special to me.
I'm gonna reach into my pocket
Uh-huh.
and grab a handful of scraps.
You're gonna roll thievery for
Concealment.
concealment. Thank you so much for the follow.
24.
24 versus his perception. I want to say I'll lower the DC from his regular perception DC because of his cockiness in the situation, if that makes sense.
Apply the distraction.
So 24.
24.
You just barely scrape by with a lower DC. As like he's basically gloating right now, so you reach in for a big scrap.
Actually, this is actually a scroll that I purchased. It's a full sheet of paper,
it's a
not scraps
not
of
scraps,
paper.
a full sheet of
So he
paper.
pulls out an actual scroll, but I have skim scroll as part of my stuff, and I am going to trick this scroll and cast a spell.
What spell are you casting?
Well, let's see if I'm casting anything. DC. Oh no, we're good. So it. And I suddenly look exactly like Yaren.
Oh no.
Hey, this guy's an imposter.
He looks up at the thing.
Oh no.
Roll deception. Roll deception right fucking now.
Now, I have courtly graces. If I'm specifically mimicking a specific like person of note, I can do this.
Okay, but he's a mercenary,
Right.
not we're stretching courtly graces here, I think, but let's see.
Yeah, I'm not sure. The first one was cocked. This is
The music is perfect right now. Yeah, this is impersonate to be a noble if you want. He's not a noble.
No, okay.
Well,
20.
Sorry, go ahead.
Not well.
Not
28.
28?
I'm only trained.
Because
of the lowered perception.
Because you lowered the DC when you messed up the perception. The golem turns, and its steampunk hand just goes over and cease, deactivate. And he starts to like try and call out commands. I'm gonna say this is not like combat, but I need everyone to roll initiative for like what happens next because he's about to try it. Like it's not gonna last, right? Nat 1 for Yaren.
I'm going to use deception as my roll, I guess.
Deception for your roll, please.
Not very good.
I'm freaking out right now. He had all the cards.
18.
18,
29.
29.
That was worse. Okay.
25.
16.
19.
In order. This is what happened. You saw Ernie turn into Yaren and say, he's an imposter. The hot wire, and you see steam coming out of it, electricity. The head clanks as it looks in the direction, and its sort of metal hand extends and grabs the real Yaren by the neck, and Yaren starts to try and deactivate it.
Tap out.
But in the order, so Brooks first. You react to this. You can't talk to each other. You can't metagame it. What's your reaction to this? Because if it gets to Yaren, he's gonna turn this thing on you guys.
That is a good question because I don't think I can do much.
Oh, you're behind the fucking wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, two of us are still in prison.
Oh shit.
So the only thing we can hope is, I guess, Yaren dies and then, like, convince the robot to let us out.
I'm going to cast. How far is everyone from me?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
That I can see,
30,
I guess.
35, 40 feet. 40 feet.
How close is Ernie?
I mean, Ernie was like here-ish, 35 feet.
So I can't do that.
Well, you could call it 30. If you have a 30-foot spell, I'd say it would
I
hit.
do. Okay, so I'm gonna.
I didn't move
Like,
the pieces around, so like
I'm gonna
let
put
me
my
squeeze against
face on
the
the side
wall.
of the chrome.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna cast Shield Other on Ernie.
Okay, shield others up on
Who
Ernie.
looks like
Yarn.
Yaren.
Okay.
Hopefully I hit the right one.
Yarn has hinder foe from chat.
Oh.
All right.
So
Who's
now
next up?
Ernie will take half damage and I will take the other half.
You had 25.
Yes.
I think you're up next. The people in the jail cells have the best initiative.
See, the
We're
problem is,
just
like,
waiting to go.
I kind of want to wait and see what happens. It's like, can
You
I
wanna
delay?
delay?
Yeah, can I just delay
Delay.
until before Yaren's turn?
Deal. All right. Who was next?
I had 19, so I think
Or-
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
Kai. The automaton has Yaren by the neck against the wall, but it looks confused as he's shouting orders at it, but he hasn't had initiative yet, so.
Kai, like, is glancing at Ernie and says, you son of a bitch. And how tall is the automaton?
9 feet.
9 feet, and it's holding Yaren up.
It's
but-
no, its arm, like, extenomatic came out and, like, grabbed him by the neck, like a
That
launched
lifted him.
out, and it's got him by the neck against the wall, but it's not, like, lifting him up. It's got him down. It's got him pinned,
Yaren's
basically.
the dwarf?
Mhm.
He's a dwarf.
Damn. The primary thing I wanted to do doesn't actually work.
Oh, sorry.
That's fine. I have the other thing.
The old reliable.
I'm gonna spell strike Yaren.
Yaren?
Yeah, Yaren.
Which one?
Okay.
The real one.
Go for it. All right,
Not the
go
one
for
that's
it.
like,
that's
I
gonna
can't see.
trigger this sort of combat here.
How close to me is Kai?
You.
Are you within 20 feet of me?
Probably.
How?
Yeah, we were sitting there
Yeah.
muttering to each other.
Yeah,
so yes.
20 feet.
No, go ahead.
You can finally do the
I can
thing.
finally do the thing.
All right, go ahead, Kai.
All right. I need my math. It's been too long since I
This is gonna get way spicier than I expected.
played this.
Is he grappled?
Yeah.
Grabbed, so he would be what, flat-footed?
Yeah, he's definitely flat-footed right now.
29 to hit.
29 does hit.
He's flat-footed. It's not a magic fun number because he's flat-footed.
No.
You hit him because he's flat-footed.
Got it. Makes sense. Okay. Shit. Okay, a moment. Because I don't remember this game. Alright, the gunshot itself is doing 6 points of damage.
Okay.
The third level Shocking Grasp is doing some different things.
Okay.
First, second, D12? Third. He isn't wearing metal or made of metal. He's being held by something that's metal, yes?
Yeah.
Does that give me the
go
circumstance
ahead,
bonus
go
to attack
ahead.
roll? So it was actually a 30, if that matters.
That's his non-flat-foot AC.
Cool.
That's scary.
If the target is wearing metal or made of metal, you gain a +1 circumstance bonus to your attack roll with Shocking Grasp, and the target also takes 1d4 persistent damage, electricity damage on the hit. Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah.
So he's going to take some persistent.
For sure. As long as the thing's holding on to him.
Okay. Ooh, what a good... Wow, I'm using your die from now on. What the hell?
Yeah, yours didn't want to behave.
18, 20... Okay, so 22 points of electricity damage.
Yikes.
That will be at the end of his turn.
And he's going to have a d4 persistent electricity on his turn.
What the f...
I need him to make a will save because as Kai's shot rings out, you hear kind of a echoey duplicate shot that sounds like another gun, but almost kind of warped and echoed.
Okay.
But I need Yorin to make a will save.
I rolled really high. 34.
Okay, well, then he doesn't take any damage, but he would have been flat-footed to the attack as a shadow projectile. So
Ooh.
yeah, so it rings out from behind Kai, and it almost sounds like a second gunshot went off, but
Alright.
didn't actually do any damage.
Alright, now it's your turn.
Now it's my turn.
That's your reaction to the shadow projectile?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Cool.
Super cool.
Let's see. I'm going to... Those are...
What you got?
I need him to go ahead and make another will save for me.
Okay. This time he did not roll as high. It's a 23 this time.
Fail. I'm casting Ill Omen on him.
Ill Omen.
So for the first time during the duration, he essentially has misfortune on his next whatever he does.
Ooh, and he already had one, so that's going to stack up with chat too. Yikes.
And then I am going to go ahead and need him to make a third will save.
Okay, so he has misfortune on this. Natural 22, a natural 9, which brings it to 24.
That's a failure, so he's frightened 1.
As the song
Yeah. That's the good
That
condition.
was the fear.
As the evil eye sets in.
Okay.
So as long as you're staring
He
at
is
him.
frightened 1. Spooky. All right, Ernie.
I point and I say, cover his mouth. Use anti-mage protocol.
You're gonna have to fuck you, anti-mage protocol. You're gonna have to roll again.
No verbal components.
You're gonna roll again. You
25 on deception.
a 25. I don't think that's gonna hit because you got a -2, right? Let's see. So it's 4. Are you shitting me?
If he gets and no.
Ow.
The hand smacks in front of Yaren's mouth
Oh no.
and covers it up. Rogue mage identified. What are your orders, Yaren? And that's where we're going to go ahead and take a break. What the fuck? There's no way. There's no way this encounter goes this way.
How long does your disguise last?
Like an hour.
We are going to take a very quick break, and we are going to see what the hell happens with this. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, y'all. Please don't go anywhere, and we'll see where the hell this is going. All right, y'all. We'll be right back. And we're back.
Rip his head off.
And the gold. No. You son of a bitch. All right, welcome back, y'all. Thank you so much for allowing us to have a little break there. So, what happened in our first half was the party found themselves in prison, and Kai, on his own personal mission, happened to find them and his quarry, the maned wolf Yaren. Yaren, apparently something from Ernie's past, an old foe.
College roommate.
Went and rewired the automaton, very powerful golem warden, but then Ernie, thinking quickly, disguised himself and ordered it to dismantle him. So that's the situation we're in.
To dismantle him?
Dismantle his,
His authority.
His authority.
No, it rips his cloak off.
And that's where we are. Yeah, I'm gonna take us out of initiative order, and Yaren is just, and he's on lockdown. He's seething, and then he just holds up his hands. The golem has him by the mouth and has the rapier like this.
Redesignate everyone in here as friend, bar the rogue mage that holds you.
You can see that, and you can see that the more commands you give it, the more it starts to think about what it's been told to do. Now with a double Yarens and like designating what were former prisoners as friends, it's starting to doubt, and you can see the gears literally turning its head. You see some sparks and some steam coming out, and you realize you're going to need to get in there and actually physically tinker to redesignate. Like, you're in a very delicate situation. This could turn sour any second. It looks at you, and it just sort of like tilts its head. And then you see the grip just sort of like, not let go, but give it an existential crisis.
Divide by 0.
Does not compute.
It does, and now it's level 20.
Oh no!
You fool!
Divide by 20.
That's what the hands of Druid were after the whole time.
It knows. So you have a very delicate situation here. You're not like I can't say that you've like won the encounter, because this thing is like in a fragile state of reprogram.
Perhaps we should get it to unlock the cells while you can still control it.
I need to search these prisoners to see if they are imposters.
It points to Yaren and then tilts its head quizzically.
I think it wants you to let it know what to do with him.
Just toss him back in the cell. Keep him restrained. But alive.
Too tight.
Alright. So it holds him by the mouth, so it picks him up like this. He's literally horizontal, being held by the mouth, so he can't use his verbal components. And it walks over, and you see it go up to the doors, and you see the rapier arm reconfigure and turn into this like key, and it goes into the hand, and the shields, and it opens up the cell. I just want to make the sound effects. I want to make the sound effects as I play with my toys. And all the shields kind of go down. And you see it having a little crisis again.
I like sneak around its back, and I'm like,
And it
holding up
manages to stay
my thieves'
in that
tools.
state of confusion. Go ahead.
I was saying, like, I maneuver behind it, like, it between me and the rest of the party. I'm like, hold up my thieves' tools, like,
Should we just put it back to sleep?
Alright.
I think that would be the ideal.
I'm going to play on this. Every action you take is at 50% now. You've pushed the limits of this thing's understanding. Every time you roll, every time you have it do a command or do something that seems suspicious, you roll D100. it's going to go up. You're at 50% right now. It's going to go crazy or it's going to obey you. And it goes by 10% every single time. So after 5 actions, this thing is going to turn hostile. Or it'll do it in 1 action if you roll the 50% low.
I still have Wanderer's Guide active. I want to follow the trail and see where it's telling me to go.
What is Wanderer's reward? I know what it does, but like, can you read the words?
Inspired route to your destination.
Yeah.
And what were you trying to
requested
reach?
He said
I said the vault.
Yeah, the vault of the Hands of Kroom. And it led us to the metal box before.
Oh. It goes... and then turns on the hall where Kai came from, and it goes into the solid wall.
Well, if we have hands, maybe we can use it to... Did you come in that way through the elevator? Yes.
Yes. It left.
We should maybe be able to go through there again. If we have hands. We could try it.
Hand check.
I walk over to Wesley.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put manacles on him.
Okay.
They're false manacles, I whisper.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pull out another pair of manacles and go over and try to put them on Yaren.
Okay. That doesn't upset the robot at all. It just lets you manacle him.
Take his knife. We're gonna take these 2 for questioning.
He drops Yaren. And then it quickly realizes it still has a thing, and it just gonna...
Just like...
I need you to roll D100 for me.
We're about to die, but at least we're all together.
Please,
70.
Okay. It's now 60% or lower. So it will now... It just sort of nods. And you can see it, like, literally you can see it, like, this is not right, but it, like, cracks up and down as it accepts that you're taking those 2 for questioning. And it sort of, like, grabs Wesley by the scruff and grabs Yarn and hands them to you.
As I am attaching the manacles to Yaren, I lean in and whisper, "Walk out of here calmly and we can still have a conversation."
Diplomacy?
We did get a hero.
24.
24. His eyes have murder and hate, and you see them calculating, running like an animal over your face, and this sort of wave of humanity kind of washes over him for a second. And he just nods.
Of note, I have still been staring him down. Evil Eye only ends after I look away.
Yeah, so he's got negatives.
Cool.
Maybe not with the door shut. I think I was only when I was in proximity to them.
That makes sense. Like the light was affecting you.
Yeah. Release him to my custody and go to return to recharge.
Plop.
Just need this last command word.
We'll do 100.
What could go wrong?
Higher than 60.
I'll have to roll higher than 60.
You did that last time.
I did that last time.
Huh.
35.
35. And you're like, go and rest.
It's like, yeah. Right.
And it reaches its
That's the
platform.
part I didn't like.
It's like, wait, I still have
And
20
it stops.
hours left.
And you hear, shh. The head twists all the way around.
Well, was a good run.
And you watch the arm just kind of goes behind it, and you see the arm, the hand fall off, and it reshapes into a cannon.
My legs start doing that Scooby-Doo thing.
And as you do the Scooby-Doo thing, I need everyone to go ahead and roll initiative. Natural 20 for the robot. Oh, y'all are in troubles.
Even if I...
No.
So, it is in a weakened state because of Yaren messing with it. When he took it over, that had to mess with its functionality, so it does have a weakness applied to it. All right. All right. 35. Nope. Wait, hang on. 45 to 40.
Oh no.
Okay. Just making sure.
Well.
Bye, chat.
Over 40 initiative. Over 35 initiative. Over 30 initiative.
31.
Okay.
I rolled a nat 20, but it
Over
didn't
25
help.
initiative.
28.
Over 20 initiative. Y'all?
19.
16.
17.
I didn't roll for Yarn. Yarn's going last.
So what is
I rolled a 7. And then
It's
what I
false
did is I
manacles.
spent a hero point, and then I rolled a 7. So
Oh
nothing.
no!
There's a.
Wait, who was higher, Ernie or
Me.
Kai?
Kai's higher.
Kai was
You would have seen me use these before.
All right.
There's a. If you know about it, there's a single interact action you can undo them. There's like a hidden catch on.
Oh boy. Oh boy. What am I gonna do? It's so much fun. Okay. Oh, okay. Here's what it's gonna do. You see it take the launcher, and as its body is rotating, the arm stays stable, and it's just gonna turn towards. All right, you guys are not actually here though. Let's get you in where you actually are. Ernie and Yaren are like right here adjacent.
I would be next to Ernie because I was just released to his
You would
custody.
be right next to Ernie and Yaren. Cordelia, I think you were a little bit more down the hall.
Yeah, I was closer to Brooke.
Like right
Staring
here.
Yarn down.
Brooks,
though.
you want to be right here by
Yeah.
Cordelia? You want to be in the cell, or you would have been out of the cell?
I would have been out of it, starting to follow the line
Okay.
that I see.
And then Kai, where were you at?
Last time I moved, I was like muttering to Cordelia, right? So
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you'd be like
You'd probably
back
stay
here.
back with her.
That good?
sure.
Okay. All right. It is going to use an action to fire a spinning blade. I have to do math here. Okay.
Or you could just.
No! It's going to turn to Ernie. The audacity. The audacity.
Hold on, is this the robot or the DM?
Oh! I rolled. All right. 22 versus AC.
No.
A spinning blade. It shoots out a plain ball, and the ball opens up these curved scythe blades, and and it sting, bounces off the wall.
It goes through my illusory head because Yarn's taller than me.
Initiate haircut initiative.
It hasn't gotten shaggy.
Okay, and this time it shoots at Yaren. Oh, and that does hit. It fires out at Yaren, and he's gonna take some damage. Where's the rest of my dice? My dice,
Your
my
tray
dice,
is
my
down there.
kingdom, my kingdom for my dice. I have a whole tray here.
Your kingdom is your dice.
Dice.
I'm rolling 2 different dice. This is incorrect. I need D10s. I need D10s. Isn't that what you love to hear? Just need more D10s. All right. The Frog, the Witch, and the Audacity of this bitch.
You need E10.
That should be the name of the episode.
Almost max damage. So you watch this thing go over to Yaren, who's just standing up and like readying himself, and it goes. So instead of just hitting him and flying past, it hovers in place and slices him 3 times.
You should dodge that next time.
He takes 28 points of damage as the blood just sprays out, and he finally like whacks the thing down.
We're gonna die.
Holy shit! Yarn's gonna die.
That's a lot better than
As he takes the damage, you watch Yaren. He sort of twists himself, like you watch him, and you see his veins like puff out for a second. You see the sallowness of his eyes sink even more, and you see his eyes glisten, not like magically, but you see that like wild animal look. And he sort of smiles, and you watch the blood sink back in, and his wound begin to close a little bit. He smiles, and you see him regenerate some of that damage he just took.
It's rare that a good person regenerates.
Oh wait, never mind.
All right,
Yeah, wow.
the clockwork.
Me and my butterflies.
Clockwork friend has one more action.
You're creepy.
It is going to just move up on you guys. He's now adjacent. Cool. Let's go to Cordelia.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Showing his hyper potion.
I'm gonna go ahead and I needed to make a fortitude saving throw.
most fortuitous.
That makes me believe.
What are the
that's
traits
one
on
of its
this
strongest
spell?
spells.
In case it has immunity, since it's probably a golem.
It's Raven Feeblement.
Nice.
So
What tags does it have?
Does it have like necromancy or anything?
Non-lethal, drain, doom,
attack, necromancy.
necromancy. Okay. Fortitude is gonna be
I know some things are
27.
completely immune to like
That
necromancy
is
or
a
whatever.
success, but it's still enfeebled 1.
enfeebled 1. Okay. So it's gonna take that -1. That could be very, very relevant.
And then I'm going to go ahead and stride, I guess, towards the mirror because
Okay.
that's what I was told to do when the thing activates.
Oh, you're 25 or 30 feet.
I'm 35. I want to wait in that doorway though.
Okay. You're in the door.
Oh, you fast now.
Yeah, you're fast. Okay. All right. After Cordelia, Brooks is up.
Or I'm sorry, I'm 30, not 35.
Slightly back. I'd like to stride to where the elevator was. I have 25 feet of movement.
You can reach just within 5. I'll just say you get there. That's fair.
Okay. And
There's nothing there but a sheer wall.
I'll take the hand that I've been holding and juggling this whole time, and put the finger on the wall and see if it opens.
Metal opens and you see a gigantic clock inside.
I open the elevator. I'm gonna use my last one to get in it.
The door open.
Last stride, and you go into the elevator. All right. You're now in the elevator. Okay. You're off camera now, but it's fine. All right. Brooks yells that he.
I only have 20 AC, so I need to get out of here.
No, they saw you disappear, but it's an action to call out, I believe.
It is.
Okay, well
yeah.
then I'll use my third action to do that.
Okay, so you call out instead of getting in the elevator. Okay. All right. Wesley.
I'll stride 30 feet back. How far does that make me?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just past Kai.
I'll stay there and raise my shield.
The shield is up. All right, is that for you?
Yep.
All right, that's going to bring us to Kai.
Oh.
Oh, they're still right next to it, huh?
Third action would have been to remove the fake manacles.
Okay. They're off.
They're still right next to it, huh?
They're still right
They're
next to it.
still right next to it.
They're
huh?
still directly. He moved up on them.
Yeah.
Just shoot slightly behind them and cause a cool explosion.
It has to be.
Oh, you're no longer dazzled. Of course,
I
the
needed to
doors are
slow
down.
it.
Yeah.
So.
You may be able to delay until they move.
I'm considering it.
Yeah, delay just.
Yeah, I'm gonna delay until they move. Can I?
Okay.
Yeah,
have to bump my
you just
swing
leave
shit
initiative
back.
and then
Yep.
permanently change to.
So you're delaying.
Yeah.
To...
I mean, literally by 1, I think, because I'm gonna go. Because
You're gonna go
Ernie's the
after
last
Ernie?
initiative, so I'm trying to go. Yeah.
Okay. Ernie.
I'm gonna run.
All right. Attack of opportunity.
Yep.
I mean, you didn't. You're still standing next to it, huh?
Ooh.
No, it was 10 feet away.
31 versus AC.
I mean, it might have had.
Are you a birthday boy?
That is no. I'm not a birthday boy today. I mean, that's gonna hit.
Okay. Now you have been unbalanced, so you're going to take.
Sure, what about Yarn? I might be delaying to after Yarn if he's after Ernie.
Yeah, Yarn's after Ernie. You want to go after
Yeah, I'm
Yarn?
delaying after him.
As it
7, 13. 23 points of piercing, and you are now off balance. As it hits you with this force, you are flat-footed until the start of his next turn.
Oh, wait
Okay.
a second. How
I
long
can
has
do
it
that.
been since we've done this?
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know. The
you
whole
had-
ordeal's been like 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Shield Other is done.
Oh.
23 points of damage. You said.
Yeah.
From around the corner, just.
Yeah.
I'm flat-footed until the start of my
Until the
next
start
turn.
of his next turn.
Start of his next turn.
Yeah, which won't be really relevant because he already attacked you.
Okay. Do I get? I should be able to continue my run, right? He didn't crit me, so
He did not crit you.
I will take 25 feet. Another 25 feet.
This is 15.
Yeah. Shit. Which way do we go?
There's Brooks, and then there's Cordelia. In this door, you can see a giant mirror, and over here, you can see the elevator that you came down on.
Okay, one of those looks more like an exit.
And
to
we're
me.
just gonna say that everyone knows the word elevator for some reason.
Yeah. The uppy downy.
Downy.
I'm gonna start running to the uppy downy.
Okay.
And I should use a
So
third
that'll
action
be-
to make it to the
that's
uppy
15,
downy.
10. And then the last one, you're gonna go in.
Yeah.
I can't
You
hold.
jump in. All right, you're in. Remember,
in.
remember, it's a tight squeeze in that room. All right.
That's the smart waiter.
No.
Got him. Got him.
All right. Yaren. He looks at this thing, and he's like considering. He's like, no, it's too risky.
You wouldn't tell it to kill us. It's already going mad.
He looks at Kai, and he's like calculating, and he looks at the mirror, and he looks at the Ernie. Fuck it. And he's gonna go to the uppy downy too. He gets over to Brooks.
We're gonna run out of room.
Go for one more.
You know how to squeeze.
I am an expert at squeezing.
All right.
Actually, I'm a master at
Actually.
acrobatics. I can just
Interesting.
climb to
Kai.
the top.
Oh, looks like we have a bit of space now.
Now it's a little
How much
bit
space is there between me and the Because Wesley's right next
30
to me.
feet exactly. He's 35. He's
That
only
is
35
that is
spaces.
amazingly perfect. I cast Coral Eruption.
I don't know what the fuck that
So
is.
you're about to find out.
Okay.
And so Kai basically
No, you get stabbed for water moves.
he reaches up to his mask and breaks off 2 pieces of coral and just throws them. And there's 2 10-foot bursts. Okay, one is gonna envelop that dude, and the other one's gonna be just in front of me,
Coral? I
basically.
gotta get some coral minis.
Yeah, you get some coral minis.
Dude! Wait. All these little boys is coral now.
And so as the 2 coral seeds essentially hit, they hit the ground and then seem to like suck moisture out and just go, and they explode and crack, and suddenly there are just these huge bursts of thick, sharp coral reef taking the thing. I need that thing to make a reflex save.
What?
It isn't.
Natural
It
2?
is enfeebled 1.
Is it
That-
enfeebled to strength, not
Yeah.
reflex?
Clumsy is
Yeah.
clumsy is dexterity.
I don't know
Yeah,
what all
so
it affects. I'm
it's
just
It affects
reminding
anything
you.
that's strength. It reduces your strength score by a certain amount, basically.
All right, then it's down. That's mine 6. So it's 23 for reflex.
That is the DC exactly.
Okay, here's what it has. It has plus 21 to reflex. Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry.
That's okay,
I
because it
rolled-
doesn't matter. I mean, it's a basic saving throw.
Yeah.
So it's gonna take half. So I'm gonna do 3d6.
It's literally an assassin. Like it's built.
Yeah. I wasn't sure, but we found out. So it is gonna take 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay. It
More importantly,
it just kind of the coral snaps against its armor. You can see it's not enough.
sure. Not the most important thing. All that terrain is now difficult and hazardous.
Oh.
I only wanted to slow it.
And hazardous.
That is amazing.
Well, it's piercing damage. It's a trust to walk through.
That's
so I
so
don't think it's
cool.
gonna take that.
Stealth
but
rocks
yeah.
have littered the foe side of the battlefield.
It's its turn. And it's like looking at that. Can it see through it? Is it obscuring it all?
Let's see. It says razor sharp coral goes right from the ground, transforming the landscape into a dangerous coral reef. I think you could probably still see through it. Like,
Okay,
there, you know,
especially
like,
with this
you
height.
see
there's
it-
like shit in the way, but it's not
You
really
see it
anything
like
to look through.
breaking off some of the coral. This is for flavor. Just like breaking off some of the coral and like moving, and it's like getting frustrated, and it sees you. Counter fire, and it you see it go and fire 2 of those spinning blades at
Sure, naturally.
you. All right, it's plus 19 for
Better
the
hope
first
it's not
one.
naturally.
But my spidey sense tingles, and I.
31 versus your spidey sense.
Oh, my spidey sense. No, that DC's very high. Yes, that hits, obviously.
All right, so 31 hits, and the second one. Oh, that's not gonna hit. I don't think it's -6, so it's a 25.
Wow, that's my AC exactly.
Sorry, bud. All right, it's gonna hurt.
He's hitting some numbers perfectly today.
Math's so good in this.
All right, the math is very good.
Oh, I almost forgot to roll my free thing.
16 slashing for the first one,
12 slashing for the first one.
and then the second one. Oh, piss. All right, is 18 slashing for the second one as it fires out at you. I lost my other dice. We'll find it later. And then it's going to try and move through this. So it's going to just the edge and still in the edge of the coral as it breaks and tries to
It's
stumble
an
through.
endangered species.
The only species in danger is you. It doesn't talk. I just want to do robot voice.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, no, of course. Please keep doing it. I love it.
Interloper.
I guess
like,
canonically it did say, "What are your orders, Yarn?" at one point.
Yeah.
yeah. I just imagine the little hand inside typing on like a text-to-speech keyboard.
The hand is in there.
It's pulling.
Take a
it's
hero
got,
point, you bastard.
It's got 5 strings on speaking spells.
Cordelia, please go before this goes on any longer.
Okay, well now that the elevator's back, or I'm sorry, the uppy downy's back.
Yeah, the uppy down is back. Is that from something?
I have no idea. It was in my brain.
I think that's what they call them in Britain.
Yeah.
Is it gonna take my is it gonna take my full 30 movement to get on?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get to the
That'll
door.
take 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I will cast guidance on Kai as I run past to.
Yippee skippy! And you're getting in there?
Yep.
All right, you're in the uppy downy. All right, that's it for you.
Yep.
You're no longer looking at it, so no more evil eye. Oh, you still got eyes on
Evil,
Yaren.
yeah.
It's on Yaren.
Yep.
Okay, he still feels your evil eye looking at him, Brooks.
Where's that sheet of paper we had that had the whatever?
Oh.
I think it's in my
Well,
bag.
Well, if y'all
I'm
lost it,
going
that's on
to-
you. Okay.
I'm gonna, I guess, put because
You
the
can check my bag.
this
The
hand
purple
had
folder.
the index, right?
I believe it was. the
Pull up my
next
notes.
one.
on my
Yes, we
phone.
changed it to the index because
Yeah,
it was
it was
originally the
wrong.
ring finger, and he
And
said
that
that
was
was
the
wrong.
Yeah, it's supposed to have the
I think
index.
that has a password, so I just don't actually know it.
Yeah, it's supposed to have the index.
The commons was
Oh, yeah, I'm going to share this with Kai, and I didn't, so I'm terrible. Here you
Yeah,
go.
in character, I totally know them. So.
Yeah, there you go.
purple folder.
Well,
I'll send them
just,
to you in person now.
I won't do anything then. I guess I'll just wait.
Okay.
I guess I can delay.
You want to delay till after whom?
Until after Kai, I guess.
So you're going very last. Okay. Let's move on from Brooks. We're going to Wesley.
I mean, seeing the coral and stuff, I guess I'll run 30 feet towards the uppy downy.
5,
Just
10,
tumble through whoever's in my way.
You tumble through and you make it in the uppy downy with 2 actions left.
Literally.
Can I kind of? How tall is it?
It's a 10-foot in each dimension box.
Okay, I want to try and like jump and then jump into a corner and try to like
Okay. Bloop. You split.
to try and give people more room.
Okay, unless it splits again, that's going to be just comfortable for you. All right, anything else? You have 1 action left. Raise your shield with your tongue.
No, it was a I guess wall jump, so jump and then.
You got it. All right, let's go. Oh god, there's arrows everywhere now. Gotta track this. So it's now Ernie's turn, then Yaren, then Kai, then Brooks. Okay.
I mean, I'm on the uppy downy.
Yep.
So I feel pretty good about my situation.
Do you want to delay?
Yeah, I
Well,
will.
everyone just tell me when you're supposed to go. 'cause
Yeah.
I'm
You could just
tracking
hold
this
an action to
anymore.
start it.
Yeah.
It's
Is there a
just-
door close button?
Huh?
Is there like a door?
There are
close-
no buttons.
It closed automatically.
There's a
whenever
big
we,
clock on the
yeah.
inside. That's
the,
it.
The first time we interacted with
You
it,
put the
it closed
hand
automatically
down.
behind us.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! My alarm clock. I better go back for it.
It's kind of destroyed by coral.
Yeah. All right.
I'm
Is that
gonna
it?
delay.
You want to delay? Okay. Just chime in when you're supposed to go. If I skip you, it's not my fault for once in my entire life.
I mean, I think that's how the delay works. You just
All
sort
right.
of like interject.
I'm going what Yaren does.
Yaren.
What he's doing.
The old uppy downy. And he's gonna squeeze past Brooks if you let him through.
I don't know who this is.
He
He's a
comes
bad
right
guy,
next to
but I mean, I
Hey,
don't.
he puts a hand on your back and pats you on the back.
No, he doesn't. He's manacled.
Oh yeah. he pats you on the back like this.
Ah fuck! I left the key in the other room.
He spends his next 2 actions.
Like, I've got
Are these regular manacles?
Yeah, they're real.
He is.
Are they regular manacles?
DC 22.
DC 22. He just goes. Oh
It-
shit.
It requires 3 successful DT 22s.
He is frightened 1. Because I am looming over Ernie.
You see him? He's just like, just give me I got 1. And then you see him rolling that 1, and the lockpick breaks. Give a spare.
Manacles? No, those are my only pair.
All right, that's it for Yara and Kai.
Sorry, I left mine in the
Okay,
hallway.
cool. I'm gonna go and run and get on the.
Say it.
See.
We call it we call it an elevator in Orcish. But so I mean, it's gonna take me 2 to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just like shove Cordelia? And I was like,
Cordelia's in there.
Yeah.
Oh, who is that?
it's
right
Brooks.
now? Oh, can I shove Brooks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's right, because I was waiting.
Yeah, you shoved
Yeah,
Brooks.
I just.
Alright. Who's in front of the
Football
console?
tackle.
I think Ernie, because he was in
Oh,
there
you
first,
held
he
your
just
turn.
stood in front of it.
So you can go now.
Which
and
hand do you
all
have?
your
Which
stuff.
hand do you have? Which hand do you have?
The index. The commons, I think.
The guard from up.
I've got prison.
Okay, I'll put the hand in. It is my turn, I guess.
Okay, you put the hand in, that's one action. And the clock comes to life. We are all bunched up.
So,
That's one action, interact.
I'm going to move the hour till it hits, I guess, 7, which is the G.
Okay.
A, B, C, D, E.
Going to a G.
Wait,
okay.
A, B, C, D, E, E, F, G.
You
7.
can just tell me the, yeah, okay, so 7. And you hear it click in place, and this time, unlike last time when y'all clicked a time, it does not immediately send y'all to present. It just clicks, and it seems to accept that.
I do like a side at Ernie, and then for my
Take a hero
next-
point.
I don't know.
For my, I get that was 1 action, 2 action.
That
the
was
second action.
one action to interact with the hand, one action to interact with the clock.
I'm gonna do like a combination lock and do like forward back. So I'm gonna go
Okay.
7 and then down to 1, which is the A.
Okay, it seems to accept that. All right,
It's a gabled.
who turns it now? Is anyone delaying a whole bunch?
If the door shuts, I don't need to do anything.
Door's not shut.
Okay.
Why didn't it shut this down?
Because we didn't immediately fuck up.
Yeah.
What? It's my turn? Cool.
You turn the hands. You delayed.
Did you?
Oh yeah, you,
I'm not doing anything.
Cool. All right.
I mean, I'm not.
15, 20.
You were the one that was putting the hand in the console, right?
I can only move it a certain
Yeah,
amount
you
of
can only
times.
move it so many times.
Oh.
If you've got turn.
I still don't understand
He's
how it
gonna
works.
have to
I have turns.
crawl
but
over.
I canonically
Brooks.
don't know how this thing works.
Same, like
Great, I can take my turn. So, as you guys see Brooks, he's like meticulously taking these. These are heavy. He's like clicking them into place. You just see
I hide.
Get out.
1, 5. The
Oh my
coral
God.
slow that thing down. It costs like 3 actions
Yeah,
more than it would
perfect.
have. So,
I have 20.
Marbles.
what's the DC for your marbles?
12 or 13.
Reflex
DC 13 acrobatics check.
has plus. Okay,
That won me.
okay. So 16 plus 21. So
200 marbles are
You can't
completely
marbles
useless.
Shredded into powder.
it's just like it just crunches the marbles.
Oh man.
And then, okay, I need to put this right because Kai would actually be
Move.
the one here. Who was the
Yeah,
last
I was the last person in.
You push Brooks in. This is actually canonically where you guys came in. That's good.
Except for the little.
And I realized the chat can't see the elevator at all, so we're gonna do that. And then he just reaches in the door.
Sorry, this one's full.
And you see take a hero point. It just like pokes its head in, and like it just sees you all in a box, and it's gonna be like.
Like
gonna hit
fish
Kai.
in a barrel.
Sure.
Oh my god.
How many actions does that have left?
30 versus AC.
That hits.
Oh no. It
Oh,
can't
that's
hit
wrong
me, I'll
dice.
die.
Can't kill us all.
Well, that's where you're wrong. 17 piercing.
I love losing some action economy because someone doesn't know what the fucking clock works.
I don't know where he's getting the numbers. Is it just like
Marbles.
just the
I mean, I'll
letters?
tell you.
It's
It's the letters.
It's
It's
the letters.
a 7 is a G, a 1 is an
Okay,
A.
so it's through the
That's his
alphabet.
whole turn, Cordelia. You're
I
up.
just didn't think it would be that because there's
It's just
24 on a
ear,
clock
and
and,
it's just going
26 of letters.
like the mosquitoes
Yeah, I
in
think you just
Jumanji.
can't
The
fly
roof of the
and see.
car. It just.
Yeah, if I can reach the clock,
Time is how it
I'm gonna
works.
help.
Yeah, I mean,
I hope y'all get it. Can you reach the clock?
I
No,
don't-
you're.
I
2 feet
can't.
from
You
it.
have long
No.
spindly arms.
You have to spin it. You have to spin.
Oh wait, my hair.
Guess that would have reach.
Yes.
It does.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
like
does.
feats will actually tell you
It
you can
does.
do
It
that have
literally
reach.
has unlimited reach.
Well, not unlimited.
Well,
that's not a thing. no.
unlimited.
No, no, no. It does not have that.
that
No,
one.
it does not.
Unlimited.
All right.
Hold on. Let me.
So the hair. All right, let's go set. But you're crammed ass to elbow. Brooks
Well,
is in front of you
here's the-
with his hands.
I will say, so living hair, because I'm gonna same team myself.
Mm-hmm.
My control isn't fine enough for dexterous tasks.
You can't do this.
Okay.
But it's really fucking cool. So I'll say you can do it, but you're gonna roll to see if you fuck it up.
get your hair caught in the gears.
Yeah.
No, I'm
no,
just
not
gonna,
worth
I'm
it.
just
We're gonna end
I'm
up with
just gonna
short hair
heal
Cody.
Kai.
The machine pulls out a
Alright.
razor.
I'm just gonna heal Kai. I'm not gonna fuck this up.
Haircut.
Don't talk to me about haircuts.
This is amazing. You're all just on the uppy downy. Your HP is uppy down.
It's alright, I have caltrops too.
You heal 13, Kai.
You sweet baby boy with the switching. Everyone be ready. We're just gonna go
And
rapid
actually,
fire on
let me
this.
see. My butterflies might actually add to that. 1 second. Or my
people?
or my moths. I'm trying to see. I think it might just be no. It's just
Wesley, you're up
if I
next.
treat wounds.
I know what to do.
And then I will. I'll guidance. I guess you,
Okay.
since you're messing with the clock.
All right, Wesley.
All right. I guess I'll drop down on top of Yarn and try and like balance on him. I guess.
So you're gonna.
And then I'm going to shove the robot.
Okay.
So let me see actions. Shove, I believe, is against fortitude.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just double checking.
Okay. Go for it.
Might be easier to just search.
It's against its fortitude, right? That's what you thank you so much for the
Athletics
gifts of
versus
the food.
opponent's
That's super
DC.
kind of you, bud.
Yep. So athletics.
What a legend.
36 versus fortitude DC.
Crit success.
It shoves 10 feet back.
So you see the frog on top of Yarn. What the? And then Wesley's ploppers.
And I follow
just,
those 10 feet
What?
because that's what I can do as part of it. And then I'm going to shove it again.
What? Go for it.
This is not going to be as good.
Keep pushing.
I'm going to use a hero point.
Now you have access to the best emote.
33 this time.
Not a crit, but just a regular.
So it shoves 5 more.
right here.
Was that all my actions?
Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Yeah, drop, shove,
Yep.
shove.
Ah,
This boy is straight up.
get in here!
Oh, it was actually 1 more. I don't know if that counts as a. Would 1 more.
What was it? 33?
Would a 34 be?
36.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That's
Correct,
it for
'cause I have
you.
panache now.
So you'll see Wesley come down and just bloop, bloop, just push this thing back, and it's off kilter. It's just rolling back. All
Trying
right.
to buy you some time.
I don't even know who's next anymore. My chart is all messed up. Ernie, Kai.
Y'all got like 10 more
Ernie,
letters
then
to get
Yarn, then
through.
Kai, then Brooks.
Just this one.
Yeah, Ernie.
I go grab Wesley and pull
BLED.
him back onto the elevator.
Okay, there's just a bunch of people.
I'm
in the
very-
up and
I'm
down
very
here.
small.
Sorry. All right.
Can make them rules.
I'm
All
not
right,
wearing
squeeze.
armor, so I'm less bulky.
All right, and you pull him back onto the elevator, but he's
Yeah.
now.
Well, when he
scrambled
when he
here.
steps out, can I take his place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Wesley. Oh, you take Ernie's place?
Yeah, I wanna take
Okay,
Ernie's place,
deal.
Yeah, like use your reaction to like.
Okay, so now
Shuffle.
Ernie is the one adjacent, and you.
I just want to be. I'm trying to reach the clock around Brooks. That's what I'm trying to do.
How many actions did it take me to grab him and pull him back? 2 or 3?
3.
Okay.
Out, grab, in. Okay. Are we missing a name badge? Oh, we are missing a name badge. I forgot to reset the border for this week. That's okay. Everyone knows who Kai is. I forgot to reset it because we had him out from last week, but we are missing a name badge. This is Kai.
This is notably not Kai.
This is Kai's dead. Cannon. No.
Not yet.
No,
He
not
hasn't taken
yet.
his mask off.
But all right, who's up next? I don't remember because it's all messed up.
It's Yarin.
It's Yarin.
Yeah. He has another. He needs Steve's tools.
Oh yeah.
No, because these tools.
Anybody got a? He looks at you. Got a bobby pin.
No, sorry.
He's gonna use his teeth. Natural 1. Just breaks a tooth off. It's in the manacles now.
Give this man some Steve's tools,
He
please.
just like looks around. He like looks around for something, and he just starts banging him against the wall. Bong, dong. That's how Yarn.
I didn't wait for like 5 minutes.
Wait, I think it gets. He takes his tongue, starts maneuvering the tooth.
Oh.
He is
What's
trying to
that
get
tongue
it
do?
fixed. Hang on, with misfortune. You hear it click. Oh yeah, one more. He's making progress.
-2 from a shoddy item.
All right, and
Now it's my
let's.
turn.
Yeah, now
Guys,
it's
guys,
Kai's
guys.
turn.
Okay. I mean, I'm right behind Brooks. I'm a big boy. Can I reach the clock from around him?
You're a big boy.
Okay, excellent. I'm going to, let's see.
Your wingspan is like the entire box.
All right, so forward 2 for the B.
Okay. All right, B.
Backwards the amount that I would need to do for an L.
Okay.
We figured out the puzzle. We just
And
need
then
to-
forward 5 for an E.
Got it. All right, it clicks and it accepts that. All right, after Kai, it's Ernie. Or do we do? Yeah, Ernie.
No.
Shut.
No.
Wait, he
Ernie
just
wins.
went out.
Yeah,
Oh,
I go next.
Okay,
Brooks.
but it, like
I know. We're sorry,
know.
but
Alright.
I delayed Tasha's turn.
someone's gonna be the initiative tracker.
I'll move it the opposite direction. To
All right,
D,
Brooks to the D.
which would be 4.
Gabled.
Oh.
It closes.
Ernie, if you would have given me literally 30 more seconds, I could have done this before.
Well, you should have
So-
said that.
And just like that, you escape the most deadly encounter. So,
Weasel my way back into the corner.
do elevator music. We're in the uppy
Don't
down.
break my
We're all
fucking hand club.
Yeah. And you can see Yarn in the corner. Like,
No,
his
stop,
tooth,
hold on.
His tooth root and all. And he's like, I want to do it.
Now I'm just interested to see if he can.
And the
This
tooth,
guy's really
the tooth
worried-
breaks and falls
weirded me
off.
out.
Okay.
Fine, I pull out my thieves' tools, and then I'm like, wait, I have the fucking key. Do it.
So, you all work for one of the guilds, or?
What was it that you called
All
us?
personal revenge.
Independent contractors.
Yeah, that.
I've used that line myself before.
I thought we were merchants.
Yeah, we are merchants.
Beam boom. Welcome to, was it the common room?
Yeah.
We all just tumble out.
The common room. So it opens up, and as it opens up, you can see 2 hands of Kroon, like, sitting. they're like having lunch, and you see one, he's
Wait,
like...
did I not come in this way?
Huh?
Did I not come in this
You
way?
came in a secret way.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Specifically, you didn't, because I was like, I'm not redoing my dungeon rooms for
Because I was
Kai.
because otherwise those 2 are dead.
Yeah. No, you left the trail of bodies, but
Yeah,
not in this
elsewhere.
room.
Elsewhere, got it.
Yeah, you were in the 30s.
Mhm.
The places they don't have passwords for. So, you see them like drinking, like tea, and they're talking to each other. It's like, oh, did you see him?
I dropped down from the elevator, and I want to throw, like, the chalk I was messing with. I collected the dust, and I make a smoke screen of chalk dust.
Say it.
I can see
What has happened?
Pocket sand.
Okay. So Wesley goes forward,
Wrong
and he goes,
door.
and it's this like big cloud of chalk dust, like.
Everybody run!
Where?
So the chalk looks like makes this cloud like semi obscuring, and then it fades like very quickly, and they're both just kind of staring at you guys.
I want to walk up and literally walk up to one of them, grab him by the shoulder, slam him into the wall, and put my gun in his mouth.
Stop.
The other hand is like, so
Quiet.
which faction do you belong to?
Independent contractors.
That's great. So how do we get out of this alive?
Leave?
We leave. Well, we leave. We leave.
Oh.
Well, we still have stuff to do.
He points at the other hand of crew.
Why are you here? What do you have to do here?
You can waste that one for all I care. I'll be leaving you alone now.
He pointed to the other hand.
The other hand of Kroon. And you see like the ultimate betrayal in this guy's eyes.
Did they both have both their hands?
No, they both have the severed hand. And he just looks and he's like, we do what it takes. Honor to Kroon. And he gives you guys a nod and he just backs up, hand up.
Hey man, I've been meaning to ask. What's beyond time?
Time itself again.
So
Oh,
he
okay.
would have been wrong.
And he backs up and he goes into the elevator and you see him put the hand on and he Just takes a second.
Which
You
one,
hit
which one is
Yeah,
he doing?
which one are you doing?
Which finger did he put on there?
Croon.
Oh fuck.
He's gone. The other guy.
That was maybe a tactical error.
Can you do that too? Fuck, I got the wrong one.
Man, we keep letting the people.
I'm gonna put some music on. Give me a second.
I think they got it in his mouth.
Yarn is like smiling. I have to say, I haven't been with you very long, but I really like your style. If you're looking for gold, the main wolves, I mean, we take all sorts. Old and life wasted or not.
Yeah. Manual headquarters, that's what I'm looking for.
Oh. Oh. Yeah. So did they. And he motions to the hand of Kroon, who's like looking at Yarn with understanding. So, are you after the phylactery? Or the girl?
The girl.
Both.
Good news. We've got her. The only way that you're getting her back alive is if I make it back alive. Main Wolf's honor. I'll show you the way back to camp. I'll release her to your custody. We'll go on our merry ways. No slaughter required on either side.
You haven't shown much honor before.
You do what you must. Tell me you wouldn't do the same to escape a dire situation. You wouldn't do everything it took to survive. When you've been beaten down, jailed. You've got a gun in this man's mouth. You only met him a moment ago. Tell me you wouldn't do what it takes.
Don't lecture me.
He puts his hands up defensively.
Except for it doesn't always have to be about needing to survive, does it? Sometimes you go into a house just to steal a few items.
It's always about survival. It always has been. It's all that fucking matters. Gold, wealth, power, none of that shit means a thing. It's all about who's left on top of the pile.
The Man Wolf moniker makes sense now. I get it.
It's a funny coincidence.
I pick up the hand of Kroon just to look at it.
There's the guys. His. Do we need to speak in riddles? Can I just tell you? His has access to training and armory and the commons, so he can go to the armory.
Wait, what are y'all looking for here?
You said at the phylactery.
It's not here.
It's not here. She stole it, so we captured her to find it. She won't give a location.
I'm literally here for him.
We don't have to get the phylactery. Also, just because like that dude we met a day ago wants it doesn't mean we have to get it.
I like you more and more.
I thought that was the whole reason we're here, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Yes, we're kind of indebted by.
Wasn't that the purpose of us coming to this city?
no, I mean, we were looking for the phylactery because we thought that's where Holly was.
It is sort of. Deal.
Deal. Shake on it.
I swear to God, if you do anything to my hair.
I don't have any magic, sorry.
Yeah, that's not fucking true.
What do you mean?
I was in the room. I saw it. You and the Baron, and you thought that no one else was in there, but I was up in the fucking rafters. I saw it. There's a flash of light, and then he just drops like a husk.
Oh, flat out. No more Baron.
Yeah.
He shakes his hands.
It wasn't a knife in an alley. It wasn't stealing to survive. It was something dark and twisted.
It was. It was stealing to survive.
What?
I'm sorry that you got arrested on my behalf. But I saw an opportunity and I took it. What better way to lose my old guys than to take on a new one?
Who are you?
You know, I'm not really sure. It was Baron Cromwell, right? 50 years ago. And before that, I was a Tarvish spice runner. Before that, I was a Shogun Lord in Salsai. I was even a Duke in Starhill for a bit. A traveler, a wanderer. It all gets blurred after a while. And now, I am the main wolf, Yaren, incarnate. And this is the one I've liked the most for quite some time. I'm not sure what you thought you saw that night, but... well, there's a reason I've been laughing. You got arrested for a murder that didn't happen. The main wolf died, and I survived. 40 years! You went to prison for 40 years! Did you think about... He just waves his hand over his face. Did his face haunt you? Thinking that you went for his crime?
I pull a dagger out and I kind of stick it up against his neck. So, what happens now?
What happens now is we've made a deal. If you kill me, you're never getting that researcher back. My boys will tear her to fucking shreds.
See, I don't know if that's true. And I don't know if a lot of what you say is true. It seems like you really don't want to die.
No.
And I'm just guessing you probably don't want to be this small either.
No. Death is it's not the period, it's not the end, it's a semicolon, it's a stop, it's a breath you take before the plunge, it's momentary. What I have is eternal. It's bloody fucking eternal. You could cut up the shell. I'll admit I'm a little afraid. It might not be ready for me yet, but who knows? I'm willing to roll the dice.
Does anyone have any clue what this fucking madman is talking about?
It sounds an awful lot like what it was that Hannah did.
Yeah, it's the same vibe I was getting. Like, he's switching bodies to maintain immortality.
The frog's got it. A soul transfer from Cromwell to the main wolf. And my vessel might be ready, it might not. Who knows? But this shell is nothing more than an incubator for something greater. When you kill me, my spirit runs free and finds the next vessel. Or the vessel's not ready and I get absolutely fucked. To be honest, it's kind of exhilarating to think about.
So then, you're looking for this phylactery for this purpose?
No. I'm not worthy. My soul, my cheap, callous, hateful soul. Doesn't take much for me to take over something. I could use a host, willing or unwilling. Hell, I was transferred into a vase one time. But the phylactery has been prepared by the hands of Kroon. They meticulously crafted. They poured so much into it. Perfect vessel for my lord. For the Eternal One. It is ready to receive him. That is why I want it. You can put the knife down. You got all the power here, big man. You don't need a physical display of it.
I like props. Alright, I don't want to leave here without the phylactery now.
It's not here.
It's not here.
The girl's got it. She won't tell us where it is. Of course, that was the word I heard before I got nabbed.
And if we bring him back, he'll set her free.
Okay.
She used our infiltration as her own diversion and snatched him before we could, and we dealt with the fallout from Kroon. But we grabbed her on the way out of the city, and now she's at my base.
Yeah, we need them both.
Alright, well then it sounds like we need to get out of here.
Well,
Danny.
isn't he saying he needs the phylactery? He's not going to give it to us. Isn't that what we need? For...
I don't need it, but I don't need him. Yeah, they can't have it.
We can cross that bridge when we get there. We can fight for it. It's fine. Once you and the dwarf part from our camp, our pact is done, and you're free to kill me and my men as you see fit. Vice versa.
But the reason you're holding her is because she won't tell you where it is.
She won't.
So then...
I guess you'll have a head start.
Really seems like we're just gonna be walking into a trap.
But look, he obviously assumes that if we get him back to his place, he has the upper hand, and it's probably true, but...
It's the best lead we've got.
And then also when you can speak to the dead.
We tried that.
I mean,
Wait, you tried that, so you can't?
No, we tried and failed to have
Not
a
having speak with dead has come up several times, so that's the first spell someone's picking next campaign. I need to talk to dead people. I need that ability.
I couldn't do it again.
I need
That was the first
information,
spell
but I
chose
have poor
last campaign.
impulse control.
Maybe with some research I can do it, but not now.
They can't have it.
Well, I mean, it's not just them that wants it.
Also, and I point at the other hand of Kroon that's been
Yeah,
sitting
no.
here listening.
I took the gun out of his mouth already.
Oh.
but, yeah.
Please.
He knows way too much now.
I'm only an initiate. I have just lost my hand. I am
What's that other hand do?
prestidigitation.
Oh, man, you are new.
Wow.
Because here's the thing, even if we do leave with Yaren, she kind of gestures to the hand of Kroon. Can't really leave him because now he knows all of what Yaren just told us.
I saw nothing. I do not see your faces. I'm blind. He waves his hand, and you see magic go over his eyes, and they're like grayed out, and he's like screaming. Ah!
Oh.
Well,
I saw nothing.
well, you've already seen it is the problem. It's in your memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Plus it's-
unprestidigitations the eyes.
Oh my god.
He literally told us 2 seconds ago.
It was worth a shot.
If he brings any sort of heat back to the sisters, we're gonna catch it.
You are from the Shrieking Sisters.
Wait, do you still have the mask?
He just falls down dead.
What if they have
Sorry, I know you don't like that, but...
That was a bluff, man. we don't work for them.
Bad bluff.
Holy shit!
So the question is, how do we get that out? Then.
Uppy Downy.
Is there?
Oh my
Is this a,
God.
is there, can we,
I don't see a command
You
for...
get back you get back in the elevator and you take it back up, but I don't actually know that one, so...
It's not on the list.
What if we just do midnight?
That sent us to prison, right?
Mm-mm. He just like plopped it around.
Oh. Midnight just happened to be the last one. Is there like gate or?
I guess we could ask him, huh?
Yeah, we keep killing people with the information.
You could look on him.
Oh yeah, does he have another
How'd it
scrap?
go?
he is an initiate. Does he have like the, here's
The
how
cheat sheet. Like,
yeah.
how do I freaking
How do I get out of
He
this?
has the same cheat sheet you have. I guess they all have it because we're using video game rules here for some reason.
Sure.
And
make
that
sense.
was Farid or Niji. That was a Niji. Oh, no, that was okay. So
That's a good one.
you see on person, he has a scroll for the spell Globe of Invulnerability.
Oh.
Pass that to Ernie.
Scroll. And then he has a thing, and it says Requisition Order.
Start to tear it
And
up.
it has a bunch of numbers and like a serial number on it, like 0, 1, 5, 8, 9, 12, 13. It's like a bunch of numbers. It's just Requisition Order.
Hand that to Brooks.
Why?
I don't know.
Is that all it says? Just the number?
Yeah,
The serial
it just says
number?
Requisition Order.
You figured out this code. I think you're smart.
Now you can roll Society for this.
Appraisal. Oh, that's actually pretty good.
2 globes of it's nasty.
29, I think.
29.
20, 30.
It's something you would bring to a quartermaster, like, you know, like I have
the armory?
I need 2 short swords and armor. It's just code for whatever this guy had requisition from the armory.
Is there like a stamp
So you
of
probably hand it to
approval?
the quartermaster and you would get whatever you turn in.
Has it been fulfilled?
Well, I don't think we should see more Hands of Kroon.
Yeah, I mean, if the thing we're here for isn't here, we should probably leave.
How did you get in, Kai? Is there a way back? Okay, it was just the elevator. Okay.
One way. Down, not up.
Right.
Chat wants to know what color Cordelia's eyes are.
Her left eye is dark blue, and the right one is like a really unnaturally bright seafoam green. And it's still kind of glowing because she is still maintaining the evil
Evil eye, yeah.
Careful, sustain a spell for too long and you get exhausted.
I know how to get back up top if you just want to leave.
I think that's best.
Yep.
Yeah, we keep making bad decisions.
You let me out. Seemed to be pretty good.
I mean, you immediately betrayed us, so...
That was kind of inevitable, so...
Not really, you could have just cooperated. Like we had to.
You ended up having to anyway, though, didn't you?
I got a monologue, so I was kind of excited for that. I would take the clock hands, and we just spin them back all the way around back to midnight. Start at midnight, counterclockwise to the top. It'll bring us to one of the many bandit halls, access points. Maybe the one we came out of. Maybe one in some random sect of the city. They have several.
Right.
It's worth a shot.
It's the best we've got.
Hope we get lucky and it's the one I came through.
Or the one we came through.
If we're lucky, it'll be near the 4 pillars.
All right.
Okay.
Everyone
So-
squish.
You go on the upsy downy?
Yeah.
Alright. You go on the upsy downy and you rewind it and it rises up. The first thing that hits you is the smell, and the second thing is the sound. You see several blink dogs, but their heads, both of them, are completely popped off, and there's just a trail of blood. They never made it past their first little sprint, and the body's skirted forward in their own blood. Then you see posted next
came
to
through.
the metal cube, 2 hands of Kroon, execution style, their heads just blasted open, one on the left, one on the right, kneeling, and then you see the statues at the front that were like in Forbiddance are just crumbled down. Kai, this is the way that you came in.
Stepping off the elevator, Kai walks over to where the non-magical Giselle is and picks it up off the ground, having discarded it when it ran out of ammo.
Well,
Efficient work.
back to the Midnight Vigilant.
Where's your base?
Out on Barrow Coast. A couple days walk. We're gonna have to do a little camping.
Well, the sooner we start, the sooner we get there.
Sounds great to me.
Yeah. Let's get out of the city.
Once I go out, I'm not gonna be able to get back in, so
That's fine.
Oh no.
just letting you know in case you want to drag me back here for some reason.
I can't imagine why.
Great. Shall I lead?
Well, yeah, we're following you, man.
And he just takes the. He just starts moving out the northeast gate of the city.
Do
And
we
he's.
have some kind of way to contact our benefactors so that we can...
No.
Because don't they need to know?
I mean, we're doing a job. There wasn't a set timeline. We're still on mission.
But we can't even get back in.
We can send a message when the time comes.
Yeah, we just gotta catch a bird.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say, as part of, or no, I guess we would need Thrain to let us back in.
Yeah,
'Cause
you would.
we were like under his protection, but I didn't know if that
I think they
ended
said
when
that
we
if we
walked
have to
out.
flee, we would not be able to re-enter.
You need to get the Midnight Vigilant to let you back in.
On the way out of town. Hey, kid. I got a silver piece.
Yes?
Oh, man, you're a lot more fucked up than me.
I get that a lot, sir.
Oh wait, the scrolls you could.
Here.
Thou
Oh,
hast
the
something for
scrolls
me?
we commissioned.
Here's a
We do need those.
here's a silver piece. I need you to take this.
And as he talks, like suddenly he's behind you.
A silver.
Yeah.
Oh, silver. You offer me a paltry silver.
Oh, nope.
Oh, is it more expensive in this town?
What do you require
And then he's suddenly in front of you.
of me?
It's a blank kid.
Yeah, you blink and he
A blink
moves.
urchin. I need you to take this to the Midnight Vigilant.
I will take it. If you give me something of yours.
Your soul.
Here's a dagger.
No. I require something from within.
Oh, it is your soul.
And he's behind you again. And suddenly he's like not touching you, but he's touching your aura.
Can we
And
find
his hands are
another
going
kid?
like
I
this.
mean,
You got like a cousin or a friend?
And then another one appears.
You rang for the cousin?
No,
The curious cousins are here.
that's worse.
And they're like circling you now.
We require.
Marbles?
No. You wish us to send a message. We require a message. A bit of your message.
Okay. That's fine.
If we take the message, you can no longer send the message.
Doesn't seem as helpful.
We will send the message,
Can we just go visit?
but the words belong to us.
oh,
We will run it. It will cost you only the words.
I take the sheet of paper and kind of.
yeah, maybe no.
No, we'll just get back to them when we
They're
get
both
back to
behind
them.
you on your shoulder.
Here's
Do we make it weird?
No.
So it's very much like the kind of thing where you give them the words and then those words are just gone from
They're
your
like beneath your
vocabulary.
hair.
Yeah, I was trying to think about some weird ones I don't use a lot.
And
Draw a picture.
So you know, we
I
I
just
could-
draw like
I
some
could
stick
just-
figures
No.
and like a dotted line and then like an X.
I can just send Emrys.
Oh yeah, that's true. We actually don't need you.
And when you require us again, we will not appear.
And they both like spin on their heel.
Especially
And then
if
like
had-
you turn around and you see them both like.
Yeah, so
And they
Emrys
are not
starts
as efficient as Lundy
detaching.
and Lock.
You see a battle mage come up. He's like, "Did you see two little weirdos acting like kids a second ago?
Oh God.
They've been stealing people's words out of their mouth and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just yeah.
I
You
can't say the
little
word.
shits! I see you. And they start running.
Yeah, it's those.
There's like 5 more that scream to the shadows.
They're multiple.
We do need to pick up the scrolls that we commissioned anyway.
Hey, it's en route. Yay.
It's on route.
Yeah, that shop's right here. Look.
Incredible.
Okay. Well,
The guy's name is Florin or whatever the hell I said it was.
I'm never
I
asking for
have
messenger
it.
boys
I have it.
campaign ever again.
No, like
His name,
You're in Vrosa. I can get as weird as
his
I
name
want.
is Bort, and he had magical mice.
It's me, Bort.
and me magical mice.
It was
Oh
adorable.
yeah. So I guess like you see these mice like walking around with little scrolls tied to their backs, and they come over.
They're so. Why can't the messenger boys be like this?
Keith.
I'm all about one cute thing per session.
Okay.
Oh, they're precious.
And then they just scamper back.
Oh, give him. Give him.
Don't touch! And they, they run.
I was gonna give you a little gold piece, okay?
One of the messenger boys picks one up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, no! You know how hard it is to train magical mice?
The word of the day is snacks.
Can we just fuck
That
around
was-
and bro
that was
some more?
7 more.
I have 8 now. But I'll give one to you.
Are you all ready then?
Yeah.
So, oh,
Sorry. Did we want to let the Midnight Vigil know? Because I can send Emrys with a message, or we can swing by.
Yeah, I mean,
Just in case we
Yeah, send a message.
yeah, we don't want to bring this dude anywhere near them.
Okay.
Because
Maybe something succinct, just like, we are leaving the city.
that'll let them know to look for us on the outside.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll, Emrys will detach himself from the tattoo.
Little bird.
Can you deliver a message for me to Thrain? Let her know that we've found some information that will be outside the city. Should they look for us, we may need help getting back in. Give me a kiss on his head.
and he just starts flying towards the Ebony Hall, home of the Midnight Vigilant. Okay. Heading past the Vale, out of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's a long walk. It's now, well, it's like dead of night whenever y'all leave, basically, because y'all, the way that y'all got in
We
there.
gallied.
Yeah.
I mean, we were detained for a
And
bit.
Yarn is just like walking out. And to describe Sadris is difficult. There are some beautiful landscapes, but every natural resource has been harvested. If there is a place where agriculture could live, where like farms could feed these cities, it is either within a city wall, within one of the free cities, or it's been razed by bandits. The other cities, they're constantly at war with each other, so the center of the cities in in Sadris are just no man's land. It's all badlands. If it was once a beautiful rolling green hill, it's now this dried, arid, cracked earth. If there was once a road that was established by one city, it's been reformed, terraformed by the horse hooves and the natural elements, the magic, the monsters. It's not unlikely that you see giants, bands of bandits so large they could be called an army, great hordes of basilisks. It's just a nightmare in between each of these cities because there's nothing protecting it, and no one challenging the magic, no one challenging the rituals, no one challenging the natural order of things, except the power that they bring to it. Yaron seems right at home. He just starts strutting. So you guys are here. So southwest. He starts strutting southwest. Since you're on a peninsula, he starts going deeper inland, and then he curves several hours in back towards the coast, and starts heading towards the Marrow coast to the north, kind of away from where the Windfall is parked.
2 days on foot. I can make there one on horses, but I ain't got one of those around. If we see one of my boys, we might get lucky, but it's not likely.
What happens if you try to jump bodies and a horse gets in the way?
I'm gonna be a horse.
How's that? You done it?
Sounds fun. Don't try and Captain Ginyu me.
He like looks at Wesley.
Second Captain Ginyu reference.
There will be more. He leads you until it's like so dark and so bleak.
We'd better make camp for the night.
There's no cover. It's just think of like a dry, like sort of savanna with like a little bit of hill and like leading down to the coast. It's like declining.
We're not gonna get anywhere else, and even I'm a little scared to keep going at night. We best hunker down.
He just lays down, just like right where he is.
Alright, so shift order.
I guess I can get first watch.
I'll take second then.
I deploy deployable cover on one side and try to like start putting up some stuff to hide at least our campfire.
We don't have any campfire. I guess I'll take like the mid shift, like the deepest.
The deep.
The deep night, I guess. And I'll pull out my bedroll. Just.
Does anybody want assistance on watch or?
When it gets dark, I won't be able to see very well.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll stay up. I'll stay up with Brooke then.
I was like, yes, first watch.
You'll probably take the one like the last watch. That way, the sun's rising on yours.
So
that makes sense.
on the dawn watch.
Yeah. When you're
Okay.
done.
All right.
Well, then I won't take watch with you.
Nothing eventful happens. Is anyone doing anything extra during the night before I kind of narrate what happens here?
Stab Yarn.
Yeah. Kai's gonna go out of his way to
Mhm.
be awake but pretending to be asleep for Brooke's watch.
Just keep a special eye on.
Brooks' watch comes. Who wakes him up?
Probably be me.
You wake him up. You go to sleep, and it's like half an hour into the watch. The sun is just starting to crest. You can see, and the sleeping sea is coming to light. You can see the Marrow Coast, the red of it, start to truly turn red, but still that faint dimness that you can barely make out stuff. Like a sort of like on cue, as like Brooks, you're rubbing the sleepy, you're standing up, you're like looking around, you're doing what you do normally on your watch. Actually, describe to me what you're doing on your watch.
I'd want to position myself so that I can see Yarn.
Okay.
Too. But I guess like it's just all Badlands, so I think he just kind of follows like the line of like
Mm-hmm.
the rocks and the crags kind of across.
Is it? Have you seen that GIF? I think it's the Undertaker, right? I don't know. It might be a different wrestler, but he just goes. You just see Yarn the second he just goes, and he's like staring right at you.
Morning.
He like on all fours, kind of scooches over to you, and he plops down.
Scooch away.
Kai, roll perception.
Get away from me.
26.
Okay, you are privy to all of this. You hear it with clarity.
So how many times is it for you?
He just like is staring at him like not. What are you talking
I can.
about?
Don't you fuck with me. You can fuck with them all you want. They're fucking morons. This drivel you call a crew, but I can smell it on you. How long has it been?
You serve the Eternal One, huh?
Glory be to him.
I don't think you know. Has the Eternal One contacted you or spoke to you or said anything to you?
He speaks to me. His voice rings in my ears, gives purpose to my hand, gives meaning to my blade. The words he speaks spill fire in my heart. He speaks to me. He speaks his name. I can feel it, and it radiates from you. I think you know. You know.
And he gets a little too loud, and he like stops and comes kind of self-aware for a second, looks at your party.
And what exactly is his name then?
Dare I speak it?
Write this down.
Dare I say it? Here. In the wild.
He just kind of gestures to the Badlands.
He breathes for a second, and you know that he's just like taking in this almost like energy of it.
Oh. To speak his name. If I may just this once. And to speak it, have you stopped denying when you really are?
Say it.
I will speak it so that all
Say it. And he kind of
And you see blood spill into his eyes, start dripping from the side of his mouth, and his hands start shaking. He looks at the horizon, and the sun lights up and shines on his face, and you can see the flesh has long been dead, but the soul within it, with the power of blood and hatred, keep it pushing forward. And there is this elated view of joy and of hatred and of pure nirvana and understanding on his face as he puts his hands on the ground.
Akratin, the Eternal One.
And that's where we're going to go ahead and end the session for today.
My name.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here for this episode. Woo, we got the juice king back in a major way.
I know, I saw it on your face.
All right. That was a lot of fun, y'all. So, I know we did not quite meet our Horror Games October challenge, but you know what? I didn't stream. I had to skip one, so we're going to go ahead and do it anyway! Woo! So we're going to play a little Dread, and we're going to play some spooky video games.
Dread.
Dread's
good.
Thank you all for being here. Make sure you follow, like, and subscribe on YouTube so we can keep this thing going. Check out our other content, some Pokemon stuff if you want to see that. And we love you all so very much. And we'll see you next time in the City of Spells.
Well, we're not in the City of Spells anymore.
In the suburbs.
I'll see you next
The
time.
Badlands.
The lands that are
Good
bad.
night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye,